Hello. Welcome to a brand new episode of Drag the Lake. I am your host, Andy Malfrina. Pat will be joining us in a second. He is recovering from his talented performance at the Gapies. He got first place in most filled hole. We're really proud of him over here. He's a hardworking son of a bitch. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot of cool fucking stuff. That honestly, I don't know, man. Maybe we're not supposed to be monitoring the situation at all times. Maybe we're not. Hey, look at that. Today, racism won. Valves with the first response. Today, racism won. I'm gonna see when Pat gets in here because I know we were talking yesterday. During, are the channels on? Yeah, the channels are on. This is live. Something's not right. Wait a minute. Something's not right over here. Well, no, Valves is in here. So that is there. What the fuck? Something doesn't feel right about the stream today. But either way, we got a fun stream. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be action packed. I have been reading tweets. I've been reading the dumbest tweets in all of America about Rob Reiner. And I've been getting my white ass triggered. It's pissing me off, man. But we'll see what's good with Pat when he gets his honky ass in here. When he gets his black ass in the fucking chat. Pat George, known black man. When he gets his honky ass in the fucking chat, we'll figure that the fuck out. I've been having a good one, man. Podcasts, lots of podcasts. We did panties yesterday. Apparently Suge Knight has everyone's family. Wait, South Park Rob Reiner. You would have thought he died of clogged arteries. I don't know. I don't get that. I don't get the joke you are making. But yeah, we were doing the podcast yesterday. It was very funny. We were doing the podcast yesterday. You would have thought Suge Knight had all of my friends' families. You know, I think it was on the Patreon. It made me laugh. I brought up a known Suge Knight thing where he like made dudes suck each other's dicks. Like if you're into the, I get if you're not into why. Oh, there. Okay, and now we're at 10 viewers on Twitch. That was quick. Why is no one chatting though? I got to be honest. Having Dunbar not say first this soon into it has got me worried. Has Mossad got Dunbar? Usually it goes Dunbar first in the chat, first in his name. But it's just me and this racist piece of shit. Andy being view botted. Legitimately, I might be because it was it's at 1 right now. It's 1 right now on the here. I'll show you. It was 1 on the Twitch. One view on the Twitch. Oh no, that was 4. I don't know. I gotta stop paying attention to these things. I really got to stop giving a shit. It's really not helping me. And like that's the thing I hate about our world and society. That's why I was like now it's at 1 again. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It was at 4, it's at 1. I gotta stop. I really gotta stop giving. Okay, now it's at 3. It was at 10. That was like my whole thing. I remember when me and Pat had great radio and we got super fucking real. It was a beautiful moment. But that was like my whole fucking thing where Pat was thinking about like it was all this extra shit. Going on. Like, and me and him are both equal psychos, so I'm not like calling him out like he's acting weirder than I've ever acted. Anything I call Pat out for, I go, yeah, I've also done that. I just think my brand is Pat's is when I do it, it's interesting. When Pat does it, it's weird. Also, full disclosure, I'm sorry I'm drinking a Pepsi. It was 2 for 4 at Quick Trip, or not Quick Trip. Yeah, Quick Trip. No, what is it here? QT? Is it Quick Trip here? I just see the QT. What was it down in fucking Jersey? What's the gas station in fucking Jersey called? Wait. Jersey gas station Quick. What's it called? Because here it's Quick Trip, I think. What's it called? Quick Check. That's right. I always mess them up because I know I'm like, okay, there's the one in Jersey. That's also a quick one. Sorry. This sucks. This sucks shit for the fucking people listening in the future. I apologize. Good live stream though. You should always attend in the live. Always attend in the live. It's a much better time, I feel, than the re-listen. Much better time than the re-listen. So come hang out in the live. Quick Stop. Yes, Quick Stop is a good New Jersey one. But no, like the thing I was saying before, it was like I was Moldy told what's good, brother. I was talking to Pat about it, where it was like when we got in our little tiff, my whole thing is always like, because I get caught, like I'm a real go with the flow guy, but my thing is always like, just do what you said you were gonna do. And again, this isn't me like coming at Pat, like I'm just kind of explaining the way my brain works. Because it's like there's 1,000 ways this thing can go. When we do this thing called love, when we do this thing where we hang out and do stuff, it's just because like, dude, there's been so many times where it's like, dude, I'm the guy where it's like, yo, plans got canceled. Chill. I don't have to do fucking anything. But then when it's because other people will do that, that's when I get irritated. It's not so much about what we're doing. It's just about like keeping the schedule. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. So it goes back to like my thing with what was it? How are we doing today, brother?
Good, brother. How are you?
I was just talking about, ooh, look at you with the jizz cap.
Oh yeah, that's just to show my superiority.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It just happens to be white, Andy.
Okay.
Don't read into it.
No, I mean, I think
I'm
it's
the superior Mike.
No, I think it's a bold move. I think people being superior haven't tried sucking ass yet. I think it's a bold move.
Well, I mean,
what?
We're gonna have to wait on that a little longer because I said I'm superior.
That's what I'm saying. Is like,
you're saying two different things.
Anyway, it's a cool shirt you wore yesterday. I never realized
2 shirts. Thank you.
I'm also being
2 shirts. I wore.
I'm also being.
Thank you.
I'm also being nasty. Every single shirt you see, it's actually today not the case, but most shirts you see me in stream are the ones I slept in. But anyway, you don't know
just because people couldn't read the words on the bottom of the image, maybe because they got so stretched out. But it looks like it's pretty good.
Well, so this one's actually smaller than normal, so you can the shirts that you can read more of it this time.
It's taut.
No, I was telling them just about I was talking about the way my brain works about stuff, because I was going back to I forget how I even got on the topic actually, but I forgot I was telling them it was why it was so funny you added when we got in a little tiff, because it's not all love and romance. Sometimes we don't make each other come right.
Sometimes it's work.
Yeah. Sometimes it's work to love this hard. But no, I'm always a big, my whole thing is like, brother, what the fuck am I trying to say? My whole thing was just like, in a lot of things in life in general, he's like, why is this not going the way we said it was going to go?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've always joked about that with, I love Lemaire more than most human beings, but his randomness does provide stress to me, where
Yeah.
it's like, you, how many times have we been setting up something and then it's like very last second? Remember we were doing it with whatever reason Jibs was here. I can't remember why.
I don't
And
know.
then we almost had it set up and he's like, hey, what if we did everything differently right now?
Yeah, he's like,
You're like,
what
please
if we
don't do
had it
this.
in that corner? And I was like, because we set it up for this corner. That's why. It's like kind of a thing of like, I know what you're saying, but like that is something you got to say when we're setting it up.
I think Lemaire has like this impulse in him to just flip the whole table.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. He has this moment where he's sitting there and like it's not making sense and he's getting stressed out and he's like, I should probably flip the whole fucking table right now.
And I get that impulse because like
I get that impulse. I've wanted to flip many tables. I get it.
Yeah, but I just don't want it to be like a. It still comes down to where like he'll ask a pretty reasonable question. He'll do it like a thing where you're like almost like a customer. Do you know what I mean? Like where it's just a thing. It's a thing that bothers me about a comic around here. That when I worked at the food truck at the Creek.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me the one comic who would just be like, "Yo, hook me up. I'm not gonna pay. Don't worry, it's cool." And you're like, "I don't know if it's cool, right?"
Yeah,
Is that about?
Yeah, it was essentially similar to like, hey, can you help me out? And then I'd be like, I'd usually go like, hey, is he on the show? Is this, you know what I mean? Like, it's a thing with, I get it. Like you're, if you're on the show, you want the discount, you want whatever, that's cool. But it still comes down to,
Do they even give food discounts for the shows?
I think like a comic discount, like like if you work there.
Well,
you
I
get,
know
like,
I know
discount.
during Optimum they'll like hook them up with like some plates, but that's also because they're starting to like sell out almost every night.
Yeah. I think, well, with his, it's kind of like he was like, okay, well, can I get. Every time he would come to the fucking the window, he'd be like, he would ask for something that was like, it was not even an option every single time. So it would be like, he'd just go like, hey, I see here you got like chicken wings. How many chicken wings come with an order? And I'd go like 6 and he'd be like, can I get like 8? And I go, no.
Yeah.
Or no. It's kind of a weird thing of like,
No, I am a
why did you ask me?
This is why you and me work so well together. I go like, you should be able to execute that guy for even thinking that, like, for wanting, it's actually, you know what? It's not even. Also, don't execute people. This is parody.
Yeah.
No. Honestly, my biggest gripe about the internet: you can't say you want to kill yourself, and you can't tell people to kill themselves, or else people get fucked. The algorithms get mad at you,
One person does it,
and then Instagram sends you, bro. Did I tell you about this? I posted. Let's not forget this topic, but I posted this meme that I thought was hilarious because it's a Peter Griffin. What really grinds my gears, Peter?
Yeah.
And it's just a stupid meme that said, it's get a bag Thursday. If you ain't getting a bag, kill yourself. And then immediately I post that because I go, great meme. Everyone's going to love it.
Love it.
Hilarious. People don't know it's get a bag Thursday. But then I log on to my Instagram, and then my Instagram's sending me like suicide hotline numbers. And I go like, can we not be gay as fuck about this? Just let me tell people to kill themselves. It's fun.
I gotta tell you, I would rather take the risk of a couple suicide notes being shrugged off and laughed at because they feature Peter Griffin. If it has Joe, if Cleveland's in there, maybe Quagmire, any of the Family Guy crew, Stewie included, Stewie and Brian. If Brian's like, boy, I could really, whose leg do I have to hump around here to kill myself? It's obviously a reference to the classic Family Guy bit, and they don't actually want to kill themselves. I would assume, and I would be willing to take the risk as the nation. I'll represent the nation here, guys. Let's take the risk because maybe it's just a funny little prank, and if they happen to, I'll tell you what, if they do it, 10 times funnier. That also means 10 times funnier now. If it's a legitimate suicide note featuring Brian, Stewie.
Brother?
Let's see. Brian, Stewie, Lois, not Meg.
Not Meg.
Nobody's going to pay attention if you do a Meg one.
and the adults are sucking off the kids because that's the kind of memes you guys know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Love when you bring those up and people go, "What are you talking about?" I go, "Oh, look at here, we got a no jacker. This guy doesn't jack off.
Yeah.
Whoop de doo. Ooh, look at here, we got a guy who doesn't jack off
Fucking big
constantly.
shot over here. Jeez
Fucking
Louise.
big time. Oh, too busy reading his Bible. Doesn't have time to jack off and look at ads with Lois sucking off Brian. We got a non-jacker over here.
Yeah.
Kill yourself, parody.
Parody.
We should. Can we rename the show "Kill Yourself"? Parody. I think that would be a better name, actually.
TM. Register TM.
Register TM. No one else can take that great name.
Or what if you try to kill yourself and you just go, but you mess it up and you go,
That's the name of the podcast. Going like 20 times. But yeah, no. But back to the comic, which Val's, for once, your racism is getting you hot on the trail.
Yeah. But I would think of it more of the. This is how I would order drinks. This is still actually anytime Aiden's working the bar. Shout out Aiden at the Creek. Staying strong, brother.
Probably.
Last
Bro,
person I met when they worked there that slept.
I like Aiden so much because I just go like, man, I thank God for Wiggers. It's like they're the I don't know. It's like yeah, but they're trying to imitate. Yeah, they are, and it's not and it's not a good imitation. But
No.
what comes from it is one of the funniest human beings. He's one of the funniest guys who like knows he's funny but doesn't fully understand why he's funny. He's just existing. At no point does he stop to analyze. He just exists, and there's nothing better than a 22-year-old Wigger.
You're
nothing better.
You're getting colder, Val. Sorry. No, it's not that one.
All right, let's stop.
It's not that comic, is what I meant.
Let's stop helping him.
Well, I'm just saying it's not that one. There's still plenty of other comics in Austin that could ask for extra chicken wings.
Yeah, no, but yeah, just the whole. There's like, yeah,
and I really don't think you're really actually not going to get it, which is really funny too. But if you were to know, this is the best part about a secret, is the fact that if you wouldn't never guess it, but if I told you, you'd go, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Joe Rogan. It's Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's at the Creek going, "Hey, buddy, can I get 8 chicken fingers, actually?"
I'm just like, come on, man. Like, 6 is enough, Joe. You're getting discount already.
It's like, no, I will kill you. I will get my Marines to kill you, Pat.
No, shout out to Aiden at the Creek because he is bringing. He would have been at Woodstock 99. And he probably would have started some shit, but he wouldn't have talked shit. He wouldn't have been on the documentary fucking running his mouth. He would have kept it quiet. He would have started a fire, fucking kept it real, and then there you go. But
he wouldn't have tattled on all those guys just having a good time raping.
No, he's a real one. He's not a tattler. I think there's a there at the Creek. Every time I would go up to him though, I go up to him and I go, I can have.
Don't do the voice, dude.
Huh? I didn't do a voice. See, that's the thing. I didn't change my voice at all. I just said, I can have. That's it.
I can have rules.
Yeah. That's how I order now at the Creek because I go, I can have a Rambler.
I could have 2 I almost said Zeitgeist Ziegenbox. I'm gonna start calling them Zeitgeist.
Can I have 2 Zeitgeist? And I said
you got 2 9/11 documentaries back there.
I ordered for a while. I was such an idiot. Also, shout out to Zach at the Creek. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Zach.
I think I remember the first time I started hating him. I went up to him and I said, "Can I get a long star or a Longhorn?" And he goes, "What?" And I go, and by the way, this is like the second or third time I'd gone up there to order, and I was trying to order a Lone Star.
Yeah, is this like your first week in Austin?
Yeah, I'm new, and I said something, and he's like, he kept doing this thing like, "We don't have that. I don't know what you're talking about." And I go, and he goes, "A Lone Star?" And I go, yeah, there's 5. That's less on your tip now.
I don't know, bro. I'm in the middle on that one.
It's one of those things that
You went to a bar and asked for a Longhorn. Like, but I will. But here's my thing, though.
2 words,
But
same
here's my thing.
syllables.
I know Zach, and Zach has a really good way of, with one look, making you be like, "Oh, am I the stupidest person alive? I'm sorry I exist, Zach."
It wasn't just one look.
I love Zach to death, but if you get him on the wrong day, he makes you feel like the biggest burden that you exist.
It was a lot of days, but either way, rest in piss.
All right, fair enough. I mean,
I forgot about that altercation. There's a couple other ones. Never mind. I blocked a lot of that time out of my head, except for a couple of the experiences with comics at the window, just being like, very dismissive. But other than that, like, but then there was plenty of people that were like, I think that's the thing is like if people present themselves like me, I go, what a loser, how I act. But if somebody acts with any bit of confidence, I go, what a fucking cocksucker.
What a cocksucker.
What a dickhead.
What? Oh, what? Because you're accomplished in this business? Oh, because you're fucking doing way more than me? You have confidence? Fuck you.
Yeah. By the way, you go to a bar. I'm just saying, you go to a bar in Pennsylvania and you ask for a lager, they're gonna give you a Yingling. I'm just saying that. I just look. Give me a loan.
Hey,
give me a loan.
I've met
give me
Pat.
Give me a beer with 2.
Pat. I've heard your argument. Let me talk. Just fucking around. No, I've met Zach. I know Zach's demeanor. It's still hilarious to be like, can I get a Longhorn?
Never heard of it.
That's why I'm on the fence. I go, you did fuck up, but Zach.
But if you go up to him,
Zach was a little bit of a sassy boy.
If you've already been tipped somewhat generously by someone, even if you don't know them, maybe do the work up here. If you went up and you went, can I get a ziggy zaga wagga waggy wiggy, and he'd go like, oh yeah, the beer that starts with Z. Gotcha. Get me the beer that starts with L. Give me a beer that starts with L, and if it's the wrong one, I'll go, all right. Come on, look at me. I'm garbage. You know that.
Yeah.
I'm not calling a manager.
I don't know these goddamn words. Give me a goddamn Longhorn.
I'll eat everything. I'll consume whatever you put in front of me. Just put something in front of me, please.
I gotta be honest though, Pat. If you're gonna be this guy that like microscopes all your fucking interactions, you should just lean in. You should just, if they go what, you should just go, a Longhorn, dumbass. Like I think you just keep saying it.
Like I kept repeating myself. That's the thing is he kept saying what like he didn't hear me, and I kept saying Longhorn because I didn't know the name of the beer. So obviously I'm confused and retarded. Please help me. Hold my hand here.
Help me.
Longhorn. Dude, did I ever tell you the time I met Dark Mark? Speaking of friends of the food truck. Dark Mark, you know, he's in
the fan?
A Baltimore comic. He's
oh, no, here's the thing. I have various black marks in my life.
Okay, yeah. This guy,
there's a podcast. There's a fan who's very active on like Twitter and shit called Black Mark, and it's what he calls himself.
No, sorry, this right here, Longhorn. You didn't hear me? I said Longhorn.
This is how you got,
you can't brother.
If you give me a quick minute for an act out, this is what you got to do. You got to be like, you got to go in there and just go like, I said I need a Longhorn.
Hook 'em horns, baby. Woo. Give me a bucket of Longhorns. What if I ordered a bucket of beers and then you made me feel like a dickhead? I'm like, okay, just give me water or something. Can I have a Rambler? If I went up there, can I get a Rustler? You know I want a Rambler. You know what I mean? It's the same amount of syllables.
Wait. What do you order?
A Rustler. Can I get a Rustler? They'll be like, a Rambler? That's what you do. That's your thing. You don't go, what are you talking about? You go, oh, the sparkly water that starts with R. Gotcha.
No, dude, you can't order a Rustler.
Do the work.
Know what I mean?
Come on, fill in the blanks. The water.
Figure it out.
Give me the Bernie water that hurts when I drink it. No, I did ever. So when I met Dark, I met the comedian's name is Dark Mark. That's how he introduces himself. That's his stage name. That's him, Dark Mark. Yeah. So we're meeting, and in the place we're actually performing is like a punk club that they do open mics on like Tuesday in Baltimore. And I was I fucking wish I could remember the name of the fucking place. It's some dive bar. It's like a well-known spot there in the
Wait,
city.
is Dark Mark a white guy?
No, he's dark. He's
Okay.
black.
He's very black. He's very, very black. No, I just Googled Dark Mark and then
Can you
this
do Dark
guy-
Mark comedian maybe?
I wrote comedian Dark Mark. And this guy came up.
And that's how usually black comedians do it. They have their nickname and then their name. They go like, I remember there was one lady, rest in peace, Comedian Phoenix. And I'll go, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Go one name, but you added another name to make it weirder. You could
Black comedian names rule. They're always just like Tony with the good kush from down the block on 32nd and 54th.
Jimmy Happy Smiles.
Yeah. And then like
Because that's what you're gonna have. Get it? That's a business decision.
my first bit's gonna be me dancing to the Parliament Funkadelic.
So so the first 5 minutes of my 6-minute set, open mic set, are going to be me joking about whatever intro music the guy gave me. And I'm going to have him keep playing it.
Yeah. Okay, here's my opening joke. Play a Michael Jackson song the first minute over and over again.
And I'm going to go, why'd you play that song?
What the hell?
Why'd you just play that song? What do I look like? Some fruity boy? Oh, shit.
Shit. Oh, why'd you play that song I told you to put on?
Because you asked me to. Because you specifically asked for this. But no, he was super nice. He was hosting the mic, and I went up to him. And usually when I go to visit like a out-of-state mic or something like that or show, I usually try to meet up with the host and just be like, hey, man, I'm on the show. I appreciate you having me. Let me know where I'm at or whatever, and blah, blah, blah. So I go, hey, man, I'm Pat. How's it going? And it's like kind of loud. The music's kind of loud. And he goes, hey, I'm Dark Mark. And I go, Doc Martin? He goes, no, Dark Mark. And I go, Dark Martin, like the boot, like the shoe, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, no, Dark Mark. And I go,
And then you just yell the N-word back at him.
kept saying that. But I said, yeah, like the shoe.
So funny. It's so
I
funny.
thought he
dude.
didn't understand that there's a shoe called Doc Martin.
It's so
And
funny.
Just
It's-
like you.
No, I gotta cut you off, dude. It's so funny to be like, Zach's such a fucking cunt. Also, I've done this exact thing to other people.
Doc Martin. Yes. What?
Yes.
Hey,
They
give it up for your host, Doc Martin, everybody.
It's a shoe they sell. Stop saying it over and over again.
I get it. Shut up. I mean, dude, we're in a punk bar. I know what a Doc Martin is. Come
I
on.
heard you. Shut up.
Dark Mark. And I go,
Mark.
when he finally did that, I go, oh, Dark Mark.
And then you grabbed his arm.
Oh.
And then you grabbed his arm. You're like, oh, because.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I was calling you that, but I didn't think that was your name.
Yeah. I thought that was what we called you.
I was calling you Dark Martin.
No, you grabbed his hand. And he went, oh, because.
Dark. Okay.
Oh, dark.
I get it now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my thing. So yeah, Zach is clean the shit out of your ears. Everybody clean the shit out of your ears. Everybody.
Yeah. Get your shit together when I'm around, so I don't
Get
have
your
to try
shit
hard.
together. Honestly, have your shit together when I'm around, because that's a mess.
That's like when Omar in The Wire comes in, but it's you just not being able to fucking know.
Oh my god, the
things.
dumbest guy in the world's here. Hide.
They're like, oh fuck, he doesn't know one thing. Oh, we gotta really understand what he means.
Everybody's running around hiding their books from me. They're like, no. If he sees words, he gets mad.
Oh, he gets so mad.
He gets so mad when he has to read and comprehend.
He gets so mad. That's why he has a shotgun. No.
Did somebody say reading's fundamental in this bitch?
It's just like a PBS documentary starts playing. You're like, oh no, don't stimulate him. He hates that.
He's already stimulated. If you overstimulate him, it's gonna be bad news.
No. Oh no, he had a thought. We're fucked.
Oh my god, he's trying to order. Oh god. Yeah. So everybody else, just fucking. Can you just please get your shit together? I know it's not Monday.
Can you just fucking get what I mean?
God damn it. Give me a goddamn Longhorn and shut up.
Give me a Longhorn and shut the fuck up.
It's a Larry David level of pettiness that I want to like start a microbrew called Longhorn and just be like, right there.
But
sell it to the club behind his back so he doesn't know it's there.
But you'd be a Larry David where like you'd be you're starting a whole business to be like but you'd be like gaslighting him to be like they've always been Longhorns. Like
what are you talking about? Right
it has
there.
the same design and everything.
Yeah, the red can. Longhorn. And like I Mandela effect him. I wanna Mandela effect him to where I create a beer that happens to be more popular, that looks exactly like Lone Stars, and that eventually has to push them out of the creek, do so well that they can't keep Lone Star, and I want exclusivity, and I want to sponsor the club. And then he'll go like, and I'll go, hey Ben, give me a Longhorn, and he'll go, Pat, we've been over this, man. And I'll go, turn around.
Check the can.
And I go,
and then I'm just like
eye contact the whole time. And I go, it's awful.
And then
I really rush production.
You're like, I'm not good at this at all.
I have a Lone Star. I just wanted to prove my point. Okay? I know what you're saying, but now that there is a beer called Lone Star, Longhorn.
Pat, I gotta give it to you. I just coughed, farted, and almost passed out. Oh my god, that was so fun.
Yeah,
give me a Lone Star.
the comment right there. It's right behind you. Look behind you, like a magician.
It's just you going, can I get a Longhorn? We don't have Longhorns. I said, give me a Longhorn. And then you're like,
turn around.
Check. Turn around.
Turn around. Yeah, I want that kind of satisfaction. Is that too much to ask? To start a petty beer company just so I can prove a guy that doesn't work at a bar anymore.
And then I go,
I was right.
And then I go in. Yeah, Zach's applying for unemployment, struggling, and you're like, I was right though. Just so you know, I was right.
Okay, so let's do a scenario real quick. Let's say a customer comes up to you and asks you for a Lone Star, but they accidentally pronounce it Longhorn. What would you do, hypothetically? How would you handle that situation?
You're every interviewer at his next job. No, I also too. I want to go up, and I want to go up, and after you do the whole Longhorn thing, I go, can I get a Ziegen Beagle? And he's like, we don't have that either. And I go,
Pat.
I go, turn around. And as he's turning around, I turn to you and I go, I did the same thing.
Oh, you did the beer thing too?
I did my own beer thing. Well, I saw you. I wanted to do it quietly because I saw yours, and I didn't want you to think I was just like stealing your thing. But it just looks so fun. I did a beer thing too.
He really, honestly makes me feel like such a jerk up here. So I just wanted,
Yeah, like I go to his bar, I don't know things, and then he corrects me, and it doesn't make me feel good. I saw something I wanted to show you because I didn't know how I felt about this, but because we had a big food conversation yesterday, and this popped up on my
I hate this fucking lady, man. I know. I haven't.
Oh,
seen
you know this lady?
Yeah, this lady sucks.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. That makes me happier because I saw this and I didn't even watch the whole fucking short. It was too long. No, I didn't even watch the whole short because I was like, I'm gonna show this to Pat because I think he's gonna have some interesting takes. And the second, I got 3 seconds in, I go, I think I hate this.
Yeah.
Like right there, I go, well, that can't be good. Like nothing good could come after this. Even if you fucking cook it, you still put raw beef on the fucking bread.
Yeah, the thing that I don't like about this woman in general is the fact that like, it's when like you see people like influencers or any of that shit, whenever they do like they have to like act. It's that it feels like and it's become so painfully obvious. It feels like this is an act, and it's like such a shitty act.
Yeah,
that she's like, I just don't know how to cook. Why do you always make fun of the way I cook? And it's just like, you're relying on and it shows you what I know. It's a huge hit, but still, it's still one of those things where I'm like, I'm watching this shit, and I'm just like, I don't even believe that you think this is bad. I think that it's a weird thing that you think you can kind of, I don't know. Yeah. Either way, it just feels lazy to me.
So who sent you this recipe?
Miss Lando sent me this recipe. She used to make this in her home home ec class in the 8th grade. What? That was like over 60 years ago for her.
Right.
So this is an old recipe. I didn't even know they had home ec in the 8th grade back then.
Oh yeah, it's all
It's
just
literally when it was.
dude.
That's
She's
like
literally everyone
I mean?
had it. Everyone had home ec. Also, she's doing the fake. I'm a big retarded. Like
Yes.
she's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She's pretending to be a retarded Southern woman, so people who sound like me watch her and go like, "Oh, the same way as
bless
when
you. They do that. Bless your heart. Fuck
oh, bless
off.
your heart, dude." It's literally the same way as when you watch a video of like a Down syndrome kid making the last basket after 17 tries. It's that it's that thing that you can just go like, "Oh, there's people who are lesser than me trying. I love it." Like
Yeah.
that's what this is for.
This is for you, not them.
Hey,
I was in high school, but not the 8th grade.
did you have to take?
Oh, little old me, I'm just a retard from the South. I don't know nothing about shit.
I remember in high school, but not the year before. That's crazy. Shut up.
You're telling me this thing everyone done did before I done did it?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think that's what it is. It's like, how like we joke about like how gay people like take like black lady.
It's like, oh my God,
affects.
Is that a black lady? I'm gonna be that.
Yeah, it's like
Sorry, I'm still in Southern lady voice.
Well, no, that's kind of the same thing. It's the same idea of like she takes this kind of like affect of like being like, hi y'all, how's it going? And it's just like one of those things where it's like it's so performative. That, like a Southern accent can already be pretty sexy on a lady, but when they throw that little twang on it, like it just sounds so. It's like Valley Girl shit. It doesn't sound cool or it just and like I said, it's literally that like. That's like ASMR for fucking retarded ladies that work at offices. They're just like, oh my God, look, it's so funny. She makes this grilled cheese and she puts cottage cheese on it. Or something. It's like, why is she doing it? It's like, because it's a lane online.
Dude, it's literally so like East Coast people can be like, look at them, they're just like us.
Yeah.
Look at they know how to make food just like us, but it's a little sillier.
Yeah, it's just it's crazy, man. Like it's. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Your flower babies.
I didn't take home ec.
So this is what they used to teach back in middle school, stuff like this.
I mean, they need to know how to feed the family if they
I mean, honestly, this is probably more important than algebra.
Oh, I just realized it's what this is. This is it's her gay son forcing her to do this.
Yes, it's like one of those
I just
things,
realized that he's like, I know these people in the North think you're retarded, Ma. Make your goddamn food, bitch. And it's like he's just behind the camera with a whip going, no, Ma, make the retarded food.
I've noticed that with a couple of older people. Yeah, he's like, no, do that one thing that you thought was really good and for us, like and you always said was nutritious. And she's like, what do you mean, Lucky Charm soup? Is that what you're talking about? Lucky Charm soup? And you're like, yeah, that's the thing. Make it. And then she goes, okay, well, you start with a brick of cream cheese, and then you're like, whoa, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just stuff that like is meant to give you. It's like watching it is specifically for what we're doing. It feels like it's reaction baiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not rage baiting. It's reaction baiting for us to go, ew, and it's like that's why he's filming it because he knows all of these things are disgusting. But like it's white trash etiquette, and they're just like
every time the camera pauses, he's like, "No, Ma, make the food. Fat guys on the internet are gonna call us stupid, and we're gonna make $1,000."
Yeah, literally, like we are giving them exactly, and that's the thing is like that's why I think I ended up either not blocking this lady, but doing the thing where you're like not interested because it's like it's so lazy to me.
I've been doing that on Twitter with there's like a lot of comics on Twitter that I go, I love you, but I can't be. I'm sure people do it to me, by the way, because I go, hey, what's every one of my thoughts? I'm sure people do it to me, but I go, I love you. I can't keep seeing your opinion every day. Right. It's brutal.
So like this is the same thing where this lady, essentially, I think it's just like I said, reaction farming or reaction
without a
dating,
doubt, yeah,
because she's just like. Because again, like she'll have a whole thing of noodles and then she'll put a brick of cream cheese and like he'll go and she goes, what? And it's just like it's
annoying because she knows what the thing is and she's like She like they want you to think she's like
She knows,
wait,
yeah.
how many people are watching us on that interweb?
Yeah, and then it becomes like a fun little joke for their family internally to be like, oh yeah, I could put this on my cooking show, and they're like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just this cutesy wootsy. You know, my favorite version of people exploiting their elders for social media clicks is the guy that fucks with his uncle or his, I don't know if it's his uncle or his dad, but it's like that old black guy that like he's always in the passenger seat. Like he does it to him a lot.
Yeah, that's
like
a
in
good.
fast food.
I've seen that one. That one's good.
That's my favorite version, but it is very much the same thing of like, you know, he's going to react crazy, and then once he starts realizing he is getting monetary value from reacting the way he does, it starts to get kind of cartoonish. But with him, I feel like it's been the most genuine for the longest. Like his real reactions, like, motherfucker, I'll punch you in the fucking head. What the fucking, you made me spill my goddamn drink, you motherfucker. Like,
is that the one where it's an older black guy and like his son or whoever does gay stuff, and then he's just
like he goes to hold my hand for 20 seconds, and I'll give you $200.
Yeah,
yeah, that's the funny. And then he just like starts like tickling the inside of his hand or something with his finger. And he's just like, God damn it, motherfucker. He's like, you better start counting. Start counting. It's so fucking funny, and it's way more effective in my opinion than this dumb bitch going, what? I thought they had home economics.
Yeah. I do want to see what comes from this burger. We've called this lady a fake dumb bitch enough. I do want to see what happens with this burger though.
Yeah, I want to see what she's making.
What's in the hamburger meat?
Just the French onion. It is French onion soup. It's French onion soup
In the hamburger meat. So what does she call it?
It's not crazy.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people do that, especially white trash. Don't accept.
Yeah,
fake.
the overlapping on a thing you know she does all the time drives me fucking nuts. Because also too, it's like I'll say this: I'm a burger purist. I go salt and pepper. That's my preferred thing. But everyone does that constantly, where they over season their burger.
Yeah, and I think that kind of thing of adding the mix, Lipton mix, to meat or sauces or anything like that is a white trash staple. Everybody fucking does that. Like that's not new. Or it's like, what, you put an egg and breadcrumbs in it when you're making meatloaf? You're like, yes, because white trash needs to make it stretch, dummy.
Yeah, everyone does that. Shut up.
It's a thing that everybody does, but I just don't know what she's actually making though. Like that's the thing. Is like usually
I'm trying to get through this video, but every 5 seconds there's a new thing where you're like, okay, so this is why they should kill themselves.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, what? Exactly.
Mama, you crazy? She does this all the time. You're a fucking piece of shit.
Paul Bunyan burgers.
You know who Paul Bunyan is?
He's the guy with the plaid shirt and the axe, right?
Okay, now what?
Oh, we're gonna put him in the oven.
Oh.
350, about 20 minutes or so. Okay. Hey, that stayed in 4, didn't it?
Wow.
Like,
That's crazy how all the bread stayed in the exact same
Did
spot.
they have like sliced American cheese back then in the 60s?
They must have did because she said add sliced cheese.
So do you like put the other side on top of it? Like make it like a double?
No, we're gonna pick it up like this and eat it like that. Is what we're gonna do. Is it me or is that cheese a different color?
Oh yeah.
See, this is what's unfortunate about like poor. Okay, so she just adds other things to it and talks like a dumbass still.
It's an open
This is what's unfortunate about like poor white people and their food is they don't like a lot of poor white people don't have that same sort of food culture. And you're like, you know, like you got all the ingredients to make a cool ass fucking thing right now. Like you go get a fucking onion, make some sauteed onions, add a little bit of seasoning, and now you got a dope ass patty melt. But you're like, but what if that patty melt fucking sucked?
Yeah.
Like that would be, you know what I mean? Like you could take everything you have here and as long as you got some seasoning and shit, make a cool ass fucking sandwich.
Yeah.
But you were like, no, I would rather do it really fucking stupid.
Yeah, I think the bread being baked is kind of like you could have thicker bread.
Well,
You
also
could have done
cooking
something
it.
else.
I mean, cooking it on the bread like that, you're just like the bread. Even if you cook it in the oven, it's just gonna get soggy, and you have this like raw meat juice getting in the bread.
Yeah, this is like fun. This is the fun ways that like my mom would make meals stretch. Again, like it's another thing where it's like this is a poor. This is it's if it was done in the guise like when she just every video is her pretending to not know why somebody would laugh at the way she's making something.
What
And
are
it's-
you laughing at?
And it's like that's the part that like it's so one-dimensional and shitty, and it's just one of those things that like it's repetitive and stupid. It's kind of like this is I feel like the internet content version of like slop, of like something like a shitty like what's it called, sitcoms or something. What's the fucking Big Bang Theory or
Yeah.
2.5 Men or something like that, where it's not offensively bad, but it's not fucking good, and it's not as good as people are like making it out to be. So
Well-
this is the thing where this bitch is probably she's probably making a living off of doing these stupid videos, and it's like
Mary, what do you do for a living? I'm retarded.
yeah, literally, and it's like it's not charming, it's fake.
Sorry, I don't mean to overlap on my own joke, but
But
is
it's
funny.
true.
Like, wait, Mary, what do you put on your taxes? Oh, I'm retarded. My gay son turns on his camera and then I become retarded.
Yeah, I can't like function as a human, and it's just disgusting.
Have you ever heard of simple tasks? Well, I make them difficult.
Right, and then I act like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I take things I know exactly how it goes and I just go, "What's this?"
Yeah, she just kind of it's just a phoniness to like it's just junk food kind of thing. Like again, so the uncle thing is essentially the same thing, but at least again they go to different parts of they go to like drive-throughs and stuff like that.
Oh, and we got some coffee.
Thank you.
Dom attack. It's the Patch has got dominated.
Yeah, dominated. Thank you.
Yeah,
darling.
she's gonna peg him later. It was his idea. But yeah, that lady sucked. I'm glad we watched that though. My instincts were right on that. I didn't know it was gonna be a whole fucking dumb bitch you already knew. That was awesome.
Well, the thing again, like that thing, I think was the first. Aside from like the shitty, because she also uses like all like great value brand things, like Walmart brand thing. It just reminds me of like my mom's cooking. And it just makes me sick.
I forget, was your mom? Your mom was a bad cook.
It wasn't like she was a bad cook. She did like it's kind of like the thing where you want to go like give them the benefit of the doubt kind of thing, because she had 3 boys that were either my size or fucking bigger.
Yeah.
So she had to feed them on her own.
She's just nightly in the kitchen crying.
Just like,
She's
oh my
they
god,
just-
they won't
They
stop.
won't stop eating.
So,
like your
like-
mom had to get creative because you guys are just out there like
Brother. Like casseroles, lots of casserole, a lot of big slops, tuna casserole, which I still like. I do like tuna casserole, but like, but it wasn't. Nothing she makes was like everything that lady makes is exactly the way like my mom cooks. Is kind of what kind of like she makes goulash or like homemade. She's like, oh, do you want me to make you the homemade mac and cheese? It's like you take like a block of Velveeta and a bunch of other cheeses.
Wait, what goes down in a tuna casserole? What we got going on in there?
I think it's like egg noodles, tuna, cream of mushroom soup, and then like something else. And I
See,
think that's kind of it. I don't know
like
what else is on there.
So I grew up eating, I think I've told you about this. Like I grew up eating shitty, but
Yeah.
because we had enough money where my parents would just always buy like frozen food. So like, but like they still didn't know how to cook, but we always had so like that's why, I can be a bit of a foodie at times, but I still have a fucking taste bud for all the glorious shit in the world. Like I'll I'll eye up a fucking 7-Eleven pizza like a fucking, it's just,
Ritz crackers,
ready
yeah.
to suck my dick, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ritz cracker.
Yeah, like shepherd's pie.
But I never experienced the like homemade. I do kind of find that stuff fucking. I don't know. I don't want to sound like I'm voyeuristic upon poor people. That it was about to come out that way, but no, it is like hearing you talk about like how your mom would slap together like a tuna casserole, even if it isn't the like best thing in the world. It's like, oh yeah, mine would just heat up fish sticks.
Yeah. Like my mom would make like goulash.
Yeah,
but like, but since having goulash, like my wife makes like traditional Hungarian goulash. It's way different. The thing she was making was like my family is like Hungarian. My dad,
goulash.
yeah. My grandfather's side is all Hungarian. So I think they moved here from like there might be either first generation or second generation. I can't remember. And so like she was like, oh, I'll make Hungarian goulash or whatever, but what she would do is like. What she would do is like macaroni. I'm pretty sure like spaghetti sauce or like red sauce, hamburger meat.
Yeah, wait. I was just gonna not to cut you off, but I was just gonna say like goulash from I'm just looking up goulash on Google. Googleashing.
To me, this is white trash goulash. That's what this version is. Hungarian, like traditional goulash, right there is that potatoes and carrots up top row, fourth one.
This
down.
one,
over two more. Well,
this
yeah, same
one.
thing. Yeah. And that's more like a pot roast. That's
Hungarian
goulash.
This looks more like a stew.
Yes,
something like that. These
looks
ones,
like that.
Yeah, this one reminds me of like, oh yeah, you do noodles and meat sauce. Like that's what this looks like.
Yeah, that's what she would make. And again, it was like dine in, 30 minutes, blah blah blah. And then it's like paprika with essentially it's almost like Hungarian curry. It's like their kind of version of that, but it's like it tastes it's like a little spicy. I mean, for me, it's not tons of spice, potatoes, and like it's like a thicker stew, kind of like that. But like the way my mom would make is that she'd make shepherd's pie with frozen corn, with mashed potatoes and hamburger on the bottom. So like just a lot of stuff to like again make it stretch. So like I don't want to say like she was a shitty cook. She was a proficient cook. But she's very similar to the way this lady cooks. Of like, what? It says add cheese, and it's like not just a block. Like you're just it was kind of like one of those things where I don't know. She wasn't enjoying cooking. I don't think she was just. It was a necessity. So like when you do that and it's just about survival, it's just like we need carbs and fuel for these fat fucks. And like,
well, it also gets to it gets to a point where it's like if money's tight, you have to figure out what that thing is to it's a thing of like, well, I can't just get them takeout every night. I can't just buy them fucking frozen meals. Mm-hmm. And it's like, how many kids was it? You and your brother and one other?
It was me and my two older brothers, which were my size or bigger. So like, and oftentimes like their friends. Like so, like I became friends with their friends. They were like 10 years older than me, 8 years older than me. So they were in like high school and stuff. So I would hang out with their friends as well. But that would be So I just wanted to point out that Moldy Toad saying goulash is so good. I like the traditional and the fake shit. True. That's what I'm saying. Is it has value on both sides. Both of them are good.
And that's another thing I really like about, because like people always go like the Americanized version of things will always be like, yeah, but that's not authentic. And I go, I know. Because honestly, it's like, and there's a lot of things that I go, give me the traditional or give me the right way to do it. Like, but there's other times I remember when I realized, like, because I got brought up on concentrate, and the first time I ever had fresh squeezed orange juice, I go, this tastes too real. Give me the synthetic shit.
I need a little bit more of the chemical sting on my tongue. I did the same thing with
I want it to hurt.
I want it to hurt. I did the same thing with what was I just gonna say about the goulash? I used to think that goulash was just like what my mom called it. Like it was like just like it's slop, it's goulash. Ugh.
Yeah, because you looked
You
at
know.
you and your brother. She's like, it's for these fucking ghouls here.
Yes, it's goulash. So I I thought it was
It's
just kind of
these
like
ghouls slop.
so that's what kind of like I thought it was, but like the having either side of it, like having the traditional one, I like really appreciate it, but like she was I fucking forgot the point I was gonna make. God damn it.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, but I it's just like I didn't get a lot of sleep. I was up till like 4 something.
Was it? It was based off the traditional and fake shit. I think that Moldy Toad was saying.
Yeah, it's just like they both have their kind of place or whatever, but it's not like it never brought me back to like a cultural thing or any. Oh, the copycat thing. That's what it was. Yeah, sometimes I kind of crave the more white trash thing, but I like like was talking about making Baja Blast pie, homemade Baja Blast pie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that is like that gets me excited. When I looked up a recipe for zuppa, the soup, I love zuppa Toscana. I looked up the copycat Olive Garden recipe for zuppa.
Yeah.
So like I
Well,
use
dude-
Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage, like the hot sausage, potatoes, kale, heavy
Brother,
cream.
it's like,
it comes out incredible.
when me and Steph still lived in New Jersey, because we had access to some of the greatest pizza ever. But there'd be times where you go, do you want to do good or do you want to get Domino's? You know what I mean? Like you'd be like, no, there's times where I go, no, I would actually rather eat Domino's than a really well-made slice of fucking New Jersey pizza.
Yeah.
It's like you like there's different versions of it, man.
Yeah, it's yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say like that's the one I'll do. Like I'll look up a traditional recipe for something to make it from scratch, but it may be to look up copycat Cheddar Bay biscuits. Like it's gonna be a white trash themed thing.
Yeah.
It's not, how can I make the long, how can I make, speaking of Longhorns, how can I make Longhorn Steakhouse steak seasoning? And guess what? It comes out fucking great. So if you know how to cook a steak at home, you can make a steak that tastes like the way they season it at Outback or at fucking,
Well, they
Longhorn.
also-
if you like that flavor, you can get a better quality steak at home and do that at home.
As a guy who's moderately good at cooking, they lie to you about how hard cooking is. You just have to
Yeah.
like obviously we were joking about it before because most Americans don't have like these spices and all this other shit, and like doing a lot of Asian meals are annoying and stuff like that. But all the average stuff you're gonna eat, like making a good burger, cooking a steak right, it's gonna take you a couple goes. But if you just do like by the 5th time you've made a steak, if you're actually trying, you've gotten it. Like that's kind of what I'm saying. Is like if you get a couple reps under your belt. So I try to tell my wife because she's afraid to cook certain things. I go, yeah, but you gotta do it a couple times. And once you do it a couple times, then it's like you got it. You got it.
Well, that's why I like recipes, like cooking a lot of times more than baking. Or like I like baking because of the science of it, but the freedom of cooking is kind of fun. But I also like, no, tell me how much. Don't go a pinch.
Yeah.
Tell me how many shakes of the thing at least. Tell me what you do at least. That's what I always like.
I don't know, man. I think we were talking about it on panties yesterday, but there are certain times where you go like, how is every recipe wrong? Like I feel like so many recipes you look up and you go, like I know there's been times where Steph will get me certain recipes and I'll look down and I'll just be like, this is not I mean, maybe it's just me. I want more of certain things in my shit, but every time I see a recipe, I'm always just like, I know, like they always tell you to cook. I feel like there's a safety thing where they always tell you to cook shit for way too fucking long. Different thing. Every goddamn fucking pizza I get, every frozen pizza, they don't tell you to cook it long enough. I have a lot of complaints. I wanted to bring up Toad.
Can I just? Oh, sorry. You said this the pizza thing, the frozen pizza thing.
Oh yeah,
or cooking at home. I got a hack for you guys. Maybe this is a thing that everybody's been doing, but like you're baking a. I just did this with the HEB, HEB Origi. You get the you get
Howard E.
cheese.
Butts.
Howard E. Butts, the Heeb. You get a pizza from there, like one of the big sumbitches. It's got pepperoni. It's got sausage on it, right? Cheese. Throw that sumbitch in the oven for the exact time they said, which is fine. That's fine. It's going to cook that. That's to get it cooked. But you know what you do after that? Leave it in the oven. Stop it baking. Turn the broiler on.
Yeah.
Broil the top of that bitch. It fucking gives you those little burn bubbles. I figured out how to do the burn bubbles on pizza at home. How to make it taste, and then when you take it out of the oven, it's fucking perfect. I only add. I usually have to zhuzh. I have to add my own cheeses. I put some garlic. I just put a little bit of garlic salt on it.
You know what you fucking.
Garlic salt.
You know what you fucking need, bro? Let me show you this.
You go on now. That's what usually I do. For real. I put the extra cheese and pepperoni on the frozen za, but this is like the ratio is already good. I rearrange it before I put it in the oven, but I did not have to doctor the cheese whatsoever. I just added some garlic salt to it. Lowry's garlic salt, straight up. It's fucking perfect. And then put your broiler on. Keep an eye on it. Obviously, it's a broiler. That's anytime you broil, you're gonna need to keep an eye on it. But maybe 5 minutes or something like that, and it's like. It was like it fucking changes it exponentially. The food.
You gotta get this book because
that's where the food lab, where the lab coats don't close completely. We can't button our lab coats. We're doing research.
No, it's got like a bunch. So this dude, J. Kenji Lopez Alt, he's like a chef, but he's also like a scientist. So he figured out. Like scientifically why, everything you do in the kitchen is like that's the better thing to do. And there's like a lot of cool shit in there, like what was it? Like I forget the term is, but you know how like a lot of times when people cook a steak, they'll get it like seared on the outside and then they let it finish off.
They let it rest.
Well, no, then they throw it in the oven for a little bit to like get the middle up to temp, and he's got this whole thing saying he's like actually like just do that reverse, and it's a 10 times better steak, and he's got a bunch of shit like that. So basically, what you just said about how to like take that HEB pizza and make it taste like a real fucking brick oven pizza,
just with temperature, literally with just temperature, it's crazy.
But no, you would fucking love this book.
Yeah, that would be because that's that's what I like. If I were to ever have, I actually joked about this. Damn, this was back in when I think Lemaire was living in Philly the first time. I think, but he did something I can't remember, or maybe when he was early on when he first moved there. But I remember we were talking about doing a show because I said how I like to doctor up leftovers, and I started explaining them to him like. With like rice, like what do I do?
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about this. Yeah,
and we were gonna call it the show was gonna be leftovers, but then we got really existential with it and started to like write like a crazy show where actually I'm just having a breakdown, and I'm just I'm like talking to like things in my kitchen, thinking it's a crew and people filming me and shit like that, but it's actually me just warming up a hot dog and cutting up into jasmine rice with some butter. But like it's like the leftovers that whatever I do with like shit in my fridge, like the things that the concoctions and shit, because it's like I like to take obviously like a pack of ramen. Actually, there's somebody that says Molly Toad said I have a book called Prison Ramen. It shows other ways to make ramen food out of food or prison food out of ramen. Brother, have you ever had cheesy ramen?
Yeah,
I mean it is a like to put the pads of butter and then like cheese.
Oh no, I've had the like pre-packaged cheese. I've never like done it myself.
Oh no, yeah.
I will say this: one of my favorite things on the internet is there's these accounts where it'll be like, all right, this is how we made this in prison, and it's actually pretty good. And then they make it, and you're like, that looks horrendous. Right. That looks like that looks nice in prison, and I'm happy for you guys, but that looks horrible to eat.
I was just gonna say the thing that ends up. So the show that kind of ended up kind of being with. Do you remember Oprah? Not the lady who did the talk show, but the comedian.
Winfrey?
No, the comedian in Philly. Didn't she date Lemaire? Didn't they date?
Oh, I think she didn't she pass away?
Did she?
Yeah.
No, Cotton did. Did she really? Did Oprah pass away too?
Yeah, I think that was like Lemaire's like first girlfriend or something.
Yeah, I had no
Yeah,
idea that she had passed.
remember it
Oh.
fucked his shit up.
Yeah. So yes. And also, the
Pat just goes, so
I'm-
this
no.
fucking bitch.
No. I was just gonna say, we did a couple episodes. We were gonna try to do this show called Struggle Foods, and the people involved were me, her, and Chris Cotton.
All right, well, good to know you, Pat.
Yeah, I think I'm done for, brother. This is
Well, okay, well, no, maybe the pattern is black and not obese, because maybe Lemaire's the next one. You're good. Don't worry.
probably. Oh yeah, probably. But yeah, we would do
that-
essentially the same idea, figuring out how to doctor like kind of at home trashy foods and make them like zhuzh them up, like struggle foods, like the cheesy ramen is.
Well, no,
You drain the
people.
noodles, you put a couple things of butter, and then like the shredded cheese in there and mix it around, and it's something to make that food more substantial, like fattier and like
Yeah, no, that needs to be done more so, just because, like with our
Brother,
with our
I barely made it out
with
alive.
our
I can't do that show.
no, that's so funny. With our current financial situation, there as a country, with our current economic situation, there's like a whole crop of people that need to like learn how to be poor for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because no, legitimately, that's I remember Lemaire mentioning it, and I've seen other people say it, and but no, there's like, with how bad the economy is right now, there's a whole crop of people that like grew up chilling, and now they need to like, it's twice as hard for them because they didn't build up the skills. Like I've said this about poor people, think like just growing up poor it makes you like a better person. I go, no, that's not. I've met enough poor people that are fucking shitheads. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I've met enough rich people that are shitheads. It's basically, in my opinion, I think it's even throughout all groups. But what poor people do grow up learning is resilience, and they learn how to, like you were saying with your mom, they learn how to make meals that fucking stretch and things like that. And you get like, there's a lot of these people that they grew up where, you know, they weren't rich or anything, but they were chilling. So if you go and you just, you know, if you stop at Wawa every morning and you grab a sandwich and a coffee and all this other shit, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And like now, if your money is, you know, however much inflation has hit, if your money's now worth less, but you don't have these skills to deal with that, you're in like a worse situation than you would have been and shit like that. You know what I mean?
brother.
But that's why, sorry, the last thing I was going to say, that's why like shit like you were just saying would actually be helpful. Like they need a video. There needs to be a video series to be like, so now you're poor. Here's what you need to do.
Well, maybe I'll go to the doctor first, and we can maybe we can bring back struggle foods. But that's the same idea. Right here, Moldy Toad says hamburger helper is the best poor food. Brother, I got it's called a healthier. That's what I do. I put the parentheses around just the healthier part, but it's a healthier homemade hamburger helper recipe, and it's like, again, once they give you the flavor combination, like the seasoning combination of what's in the packet that they give you, then you're unstoppable. So now I can do anything. I can use turkey meat if I want to be a little bit healthier. I can use any kind of pasta. You know what I use? Shellbows. Shellbow is a low-key the greatest pasta out there for
What?
I think anything. It's called shellbows. They're a special type, and it's like essentially what it sounds like is a curved shelled, like big fat macaroni. Shellbow macaroni. It's like, I don't know if it's just in PA or you don't like it.
No, I
Show
think
them the shape.
yeah, I'm looking at it. I don't know if I like the name. I think the name's doing too much.
You don't like shellbow?
Yeah, it's, you know, I don't like.
It's
I mean-
it's a deep shell. It's a deep curved shell.
Okay, it's a tube.
Yeah, and all of those. So like when you make the hamburger helper with it, each one of those little some bitches in a bite has the opportunity to fill itself with flavor. And then
See that? Yeah, my gripe is with the name.
Okay.
Um,
I think that is the greatest casserole
but
pasta available, but it might only be. I don't know if it's only in. It's that. That's actually the brand that you were just on. That's the brand that we use too. That
no,
blue,
I
the
mean,
blue
no,
bag.
as a noodle, that looks like a really strong noodle.
It's one. I think it's one of the greatest flavor carrying noodles available. That and a bucatini. If you want a long noodle, it's a cylindrical noodle with. It's like a
Bucatini?
bucatini is. Oh, brother, I'm putting you on to something right now. If you got a creamy sauce, use yourself a bucatini, because this is essentially it's a spaghetti with a fucking. It's like a stuffed crust availability. It's hollowed out fucking
Oh, it's
cubes.
yeah. I've had bucatini before. You know what's a really
Bucatini.
you know what's an overrate? You know what's a really shit noodle?
Mm. Hmm.
You want to
Mhm.
know? I didn't
I
know
was
if
just
you
taking
wanted
a
to
sip when
know.
you did that. So
I didn't
I
get
went,
any
I went,
response. If you don't want to know, I
I was
can
over
move on.
here
But
and I had a mouthful of coffee. I went, off mic. So obviously you didn't hear that.
I would love it if you just spit it out and go, please tell. Do tell, Andy. No, I don't know. This might be a hot take. I gotta be honest, like after Nate's hilariously confident turkey take, I kind of want to embody that. It's fun. It's fun to be that confident over just not
Just
knowing
the worst.
anything. I love you, Nate.
You can, he doesn't
Just
understand preference to superiority. Like it's one of those things of
well,
like if more of the white supremacists in this country were just to go like no, I just prefer whites. Is like then I go, oh, okay. But if it's like one of those
yeah.
things of like, no, we just gotta only be whites. That's the thing where you go like, once he starts exterminating all the other lunch meats in the name of turkey, you go, brother, that's not the superior meat. We all know this.
Oh yeah. And it was a great
Sorry.
conversation, but yeah, giving you no, you're fine. Giving you a little tease. Nate had a bad lunch meat take that, but it ended up being a very
It was
fun conversation.
honestly, that was such an engaging conversation. And when he brought up the point that it was so nice, I was like, yeah, this was a wonderful
know what
conversation starter.
here's the reality, and I've been realizing this lately, and it's the reality of guys like us. Because at the end of the day, like, well, okay, I don't want to forget this hot
Sorry,
take,
yeah.
but I do have, no, nothing to be sorry about. I'm walking into one of Andy's philosophical points
Okay.
that I just like vague abstractions I've been thinking about. But no, it's just like I've been thinking about like what I want to, what I'm doing this for, bro. And I was just thinking about like oh yeah, I got into comedy because I was like, oh, you only have to work like an hour a night, if
Yeah.
that. And I go like that, and I truly accepted that that was a huge part of
Yeah.
it. Like obviously I have a passion for comedy and jokes and blah 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 blah. But it was really the like, oh, I can have my entire
I
day
can wear
open.
whatever I want. What?
Yeah, and then if I'm drunk, I can like people are happy about that. I know, like, and I just realized I go like, oh, I'm trying to live in a way that maximizes my chilling. And it's like I'll talk about politics and stuff. I know, and also too, like a while, like years ago, I was way more amped up about it, and then I've just been through enough cycles of this shit that I'm just like, I think it's important to be aware because there's so many liars and pieces of shit who are trying to control your life, and you need to be aware of who the fucking enemies are and shit like that. But I think the whole political game is one of the most exhausting, sad things in our entire fucking existence. So it's why when Nate Marshall goes, turkey's the best lunch meat, we go, oh, I hope you guys have an extra half hour because we're getting into this. Because like what activates us, dude? Really? Like we'll have these conversations. We'll like really what really activates us in a positive way? It's fucking we're talking about getting fucked up. We're talking about eating food. We're talking about going to a concert. It's chilling. Yeah. That's what life is about sometimes, man. It's just chilling.
Well,
but
it's
like
about each
not
well, sorry, go ahead.
No, and a lot of people confuse like sinking in and becoming one with the couch as chilling. That's not chilling. Chilling is being around friends, is fucking making good food, is fucking playing good tunes, getting a little fucked up, and just fucking hanging out, dude, and just having fun, being positive and shit like that. And that's like, I don't know, man. I do this to chill as hard as fucking possible.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. We all looked at the workload or whatever, and we're like, oh, that's the work, like that's the work you have to do. Okay, yeah, I could do that. That's fucking awesome. But like nobody ever thought about what makes it different. So like the thing where, yeah, you're talking about hanging out, you're talking about going to a concert, you're talking about doing this thing, that thing, whatever it is. But it's like, no, you're sharing. So like when I'm watching it, the entire time, the thing that I'm focusing in on is the thing that I bring up on the show to say that's what we're going to talk about with the show. The show is fine, but just let it be known that when I'm going to the concert, I'm thinking the whole time, I'm like, who the fuck wears flip flops to a fucking show? You know what I mean? Like it's that's going to be the thing I focus on now. Sure, the band was great, t-shirts were awesome, you know, the crowd was cool, but there's this fucking guy wearing fucking slides, no socks at a fucking concert, and he was active. He was around. Like, who the fuck has that? I don't know who that guy. And then it goes into the next part where I go like, you know what? I wish I could be that guy. I wish I had that. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that people don't. That's everybody just goes, yeah, I went to the show. It's cool. Got a beer. Oh,
Yeah.
the second band played a song I really liked, and you're just like, yeah. But like, what was everybody wearing? What did they have? How cold were the beers? Were they too cold? Were
You
you,
know what's
overstimulated? Were you understimulated?
What was our other thing? How many bars were there?
What was the bar to stage ratio? Like what was the venue?
That's right. Yeah. What was the bar to stage ratio?
What's
I will say this about that guy is I would kill myself before I became that guy. But I want that guy around because I go, what are you about, dude? Why is this happening? Like I get really into that. I go, why do you exist? What the hell's going on with this?
And that's how you know I didn't get into comedy or podcasting or broadcasting or whatever. You know what? Broadcasting. I didn't get into broadcasting and or comedy or production to be successful. I did it because I fucking love it. Because I would have that guy on the show and we would interview that guy for 2 fucking hours. You're going like, who the fuck are you, dude?
I don't know. I mean,
Who
there's
the fuck are
something
you?
that. Who are you, dude? Brother. I had that idea. I don't know how you could actually facilitate this, and I don't know how you would do it in a genuine way where you wouldn't get people who are just being like performing for the cameras.
I don't want. Yeah, I don't
But
need a bit or a character.
I would love I would love to be able to do a thing where like you just find a guy where you go, you don't make sense in normal society. And then you just follow him around and go like, how'd you get here? Like, because there are people where I go like, you don't make sense. Who are like I, even as simple as like, I'd love to go to a Walmart and I'd love to find the couple in matching Cookie Monster pajama pants at the Walmart. And I want to pull them aside and I go, you know what we say about you, right?
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like also finding out when they start talking to you about themselves or their situation or whatever the fuck it is, and going like, damn, I do that too. I was just doing I was producing Colton's podcast. Some of this is bad, and it was him and his former co-host came back and did the episode as the guest, and so it was just these 2 gay guys talking. And they're talking about this and about Grindr and doing this and hooking up and doing stand-up in Philly, all this other shit. And then out of nowhere, you realize, like, Dylan, who is the former co-host, is talking about working at this travel center. Then he starts speaking my language, right? Then he starts talking about working at this travel center that had, like, 5 or 6, like, fast food places. He had worked at one of them. And I was like, okay, I'm listening. Go on. And then he's like, it wasn't fast food, it was fast casual. And I go, yeah. Payday lunches. Go on. Yeah. That's what I call payday lunches. When you could go to Five Guys or Chipotle or something like that. If you're really treating yourself, that's a payday.
Oh yeah. You're like, I'm a little up. That's when I go to those places. You go, I'm a little up. I know Five Guys is too expensive, but I'm getting some Five
Guys.
Guys.
It blows my mind. This fucking super duper effeminate gay guy is sitting there talking about working at this travel center, blah, blah, blah. And then he mentions, he just drops this little fucking nugget. And I go, what? Half-pound Hot Pockets. Yeah, look it up. It exists. It's a real thing. And he went into it about how he prepares it, how it's packaged, what they look like, what they taste like, why he prefers it. And I go, what? Half-pound.
Oh, Oh yeah, they're the thick boys.
Yeah, I had no idea that this existed. How have I slept on this? And then all of a sudden, this gay guy is talking about hook up with this guy, do this thing, and then he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, Pat, here you go. Here's a little bit more heart disease for you." And I go, "Thank you." Like I would have gone. I still.
Wait, is it like these high protein ones?
I know it's the he was mentioning. I think just instead of getting the regular one, you get the fucking big fat one. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, you're talking about like at the gas. Oh, is it like at the gas station where it's like the extra long? Oh yeah,
it's
shit.
essentially
that
it's
shit
essentially
rips.
a hot pocket calzone. And I was like,
God, that sounds awesome. Can I rip a piss
Yeah,
real
yeah.
quick? All right, I'll be right back.
holy shit, they sell Capri Sun by the gallon too? That is fucking insane. That's crazy. Yeah, see, that's the kind of stuff that once you part of becoming an adult is realizing that you can just do the stuff that you like. You can just do. It was so stupid of me that I came to the realization. I'm not even exaggerating. Not long before we moved here, so probably like last winter. So literally, probably like pre-pandemic, maybe in mid-pandemic, just for a timeline wise. I realized that you can just buy ginger ale whenever you want it. You don't have to wait till you're sick. You never think of it until you're sick for some reason. At least in my personal experience, I had no idea, and I was just like one of those things of like, I love ginger ale, but I didn't realize like, oh yeah, I can go get ginger ale whenever I want, and I can just have it on. I can just have ginger ales, fucking have those things on me. Now I did this is classic Pat overcorrecting. I go, yeah, let me just keep buying ginger ale all the time, and then I got sick of it. So now it is kind of back on the case by case basis. But now I know I'm at a bar, I can just go, do you have ginger ale? I'd love a ginger ale. Give me a ginger ale, or buy some Canada Dry, and I don't even have to be in the midst of a flu or anything like that. I can just have ginger ale. And it was a eye-opening experience, and that's unfortunate because I have a license and I can drive a car. So that means I'm very stupid and I don't realize things obviously a lot. So so something like a half yeah, see, that's another thing. I like a Dunbar saying, I like a whiskey and ginger ale, so I'll keep it on hand. Yeah. I don't really drink. I have beer every once in a while, just some Longhorns on hand if I or Michelobes. No, I have Lone Stars and Michelobes in the fridge. But I can't believe. Wait, what's this now? Val says, may I suggest buying a bottle of liquid ginger and case of sparkling water for real ginger ale? I wouldn't mind that. Because I like the. I'm not like sober, but I do like a mocktail from time to time. I was just sharing with the chat that I have a tendency.
You turn my mic off. Sorry, mocktail.
Yeah, mocktail. It's just basically just a sweet mixed drink with no alcohol. But like I'm saying like, no, I came to the realization a couple years ago. Well, you said it like you hadn't heard of a mocktail, and I was like, damn, Andy's a fucking real one. He's like, I drink so much, I don't even know what non-alcoholic shit is.
Wait, no alcohol in a
so
drink?
You drink so like Chaser. You're saying Chaser, and I go, no.
Dude,
No
that's one of the
alcohol
funniest
involved.
always. That's one of the funniest Always Sunny jokes where they're like, Charlie's in an area where there's no alcohol or anything, and he just sees drinks, and he's like, "There's just chasers here," and they're like, or he calls them like mixers or something. He's like, "There's just mixers."
So
they're like, "No, Charlie, they're drinks."
I was sharing I was being vulnerable and saying like, because what was the realization I had? Oh, you can buy. Being an adult means you can just buy shit whenever you want. And I said it was an embarrassing amount of time, probably mid or like maybe just pre-pandemic, that I realized that I don't have to be sick to buy ginger ale. I can just buy it whenever I want. And I go, ooh, I can just have ginger ale. But then, like I said, overcorrection, Pat, I had ginger ale a bunch all the time. And I was like, oh, now I'm sick of it. So now it's kind of back on a whatever basis, but mocktails.
Sometimes you could just be podcasting with your friends.
See,
Dude, I'm on a
You're not even
real I'm on a
sniffling.
real I'm on a real clear soda kick right
Wait,
now.
what is that?
Although this Pepsi goes against what I just I'm double
Also
soda
the
up.
ginger ale. That's like a brown.
Yeah, you can see through it though. It's clear. Oh, it's got a tint. Okay. Oh, a tint. Oh, God.
I'm not being pedantic. I'm just saying. I didn't know when you
No,
said that. I was like, what are you talking about? Clear?
You're being Pat-dantic right now. I'll tell you what.
Pedantic.
It's got a it's got a hue. Sue me. You're right. It is yellow. It's almost the color of ginger. But yeah, I like a dude. You know what's funny? I'm like either or right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to drink less, so I'm going. Well, you know what it is? I'm trying not to casually drink. Like if I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna have a few. I'm at a point where I'm like, what the fuck is 2 beers? Yeah. And I don't even know if that's like alcoholic bullshit.
That's literally
legit though.
Literally my usually my limit. I'll have like 2 beers and I'll be like, this is the point. Am I gonna go more or this is it? But that's.
Well, you're also just like, but you're also like smoking weed and stuff. So like you have multiple ways to get fucked up.
What are you talking about? Me? Pat
what?
George.
Oh, I'm sorry. CBD.
No, I don't do any of that stuff. I'm
Delta 9.
Jesus Lord Christ and other way.
No. Delta 9's legal, and Jesus.
But I don't.
Jesus.
This is my temple, so I actually keep everything.
Yeah?
This is all clear.
Yeah, your temple's got a fucking slip and slide in it.
It's coming on my butt.
Yeah. Well, your temple needs to fix its plumbing. But what the fuck was I saying?
Hold on, Dunbar's helping you. That's the last thing you said.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to casually drink. Dude, I am a huge fucking retard.
No, hold on. It's like you're talking to the guy that's like, I just realized I could drink ginger ale. And also, did you guys know root beer candies are delicious? I'm just like, I'm gonna put you guys onto some things. Everybody I give a root beer candy to is like, this brings me back. And I'm like, I never had these before. These are good.
I mean, no, dude, Pat, you were the grandpa of the Austin comedy scene.
I always got a hard candy. I'm actually grandma. If you see any pictures of me, I know.
Yeah, well, that was Colton's part of the. Stop that! I wanted to shoot you with a gun. I wanted to fucking Kirk the hell out of you right there. Just pop you back. You're just like, what's the last thing he said? Or are you talking about gang violence? I just wanted to be as you're sipping that. You're like gang violence. Anyway, Moldy Toad. Well, get fucking banned. No.
Yeah, we don't play that shit around here.
We don't play that fuck shit around here. No, Dunbar, before Dunbar just fucking completely called me out perfectly. No, because it's like, what the fuck is 2 beers? Like I'm just getting fat. Like I'm just getting fatter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna not also get fucked up. Like I'm not gonna like I'm literally like I'm at a point where I'm like, if I'm it sounds worse the more I try to justify it. If I'm not going to drink 6 beers, I'm just going to drink a giant thing of Sprite Zero. That's where I'm at right now.
You need to be satiated with bubbly liquid. I
need to be sucking it down at any point, no matter what it is.
That's why I go up to the bar and I go, give me a Rustler and a Longhorn. And then I'm going to just drink one of this and one of this, one of this, one of this. I don't do the alcohol as much. I don't do booze. I don't drink. Like,
you're not a big booze hound.
No, not on a basis where I'm having to like.
You like the devil's lettuce.
Having to governor myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I kind of like I feel like it's with me. It's like a period. Like I have my heavy flow days. I have lighter days. And then some days I just go like, oh my God, I think I haven't even done it yet. I haven't done it today. Must be over. And I go, well, better fix that.
My problem is I can't I'm not good at casually doing something. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you heard the ginger ale.
I'm not good at
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, so if that's why I'm literally we've been going for an hour and a half. I'm on my 3rd soda. You know what I mean? Like I don't casually. So if I'm gonna drink, I'm probably gonna drink a bunch.
Yeah.
So I'm just I'm saving now. I'm kind of at a point where it's like I'm saving drinking where it's like party time. Like I'm not going out of
Yeah.
my way to black out or anything like that. Like I don't really like black out like that anymore. But it's just like it's like 2 beers. I'm like, what? I'm like, if the option is like 2 beers or whatever, I'm just like, I'm just gonna grab a. I would rather grab like fucking Diet Cokes because 2 beers is not gonna do anything to me. It's just gonna make me tired.
Yeah.
So it's like now I'm just gonna have a tired ride
Yeah.
home. I'd rather be ripping Diet Cokes.
Yeah, that's the benefit of living 2.5 hours away. You have to think about like your trip home. You have to go like that's an exaggeration. An hour and a half away.
Yeah.
If there
Only 50 minutes away. It's crazy.
50 hours.
I live
50 hours?
Yeah. Oh, but you know, it's only long for you every single day when they're doing construction constantly.
No, it's a smooth ride. You take those surface roads, and everyone knows what they're doing.
I've
Single
never
person
been
knows how
coming.
to read every sign here for sure.
I've never been coming home from a Buda show being like, oh yeah, that was quick every time. There's never massive amounts of traffic.
Every time I look at the thing and computer's like, yeah, it's like 10 minutes from here. I go, okay, cool. But you're driving. Okay, no, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh wait, when are you leaving? During the
Yeah.
day or at night? Oh, it's gonna be
From
a lot
here?
of traffic.
No, I'm surprised.
Oh, you want to go to Austin? No. We have to make a highway, a 2-layered highway.
I think there's
Dude, I gotta say, I'm sorry. I gotta say, every time I drive down to your area and I see them just making a second layer of highway, I go, "You ain't building this." Like, that's just the thought I have. I go, "What do you mean?"
That's not for our lifetime. That's not for our generation.
Yeah, dude. Like, I was doing the fucking. Oh, I don't want to blow up this dude's spot, but I'm not like obviously I'm not gonna say his name or nothing, but I don't even remember his name, Jose. But dude, he like. Now I don't want to say it, but no, it was just funny, dude. How are they gonna find a Jose in Texas, Andy? Dude rolled up, and I open up the door, and he's just in the middle of chugging down a Coors Banquet, and I go, "You're having a fun day?" And he's like, "You didn't see nothing." And he gave me a nice big tip. I go, "Brother, whatever you want to do."
I'm not a cop, and also that would be bribery. But
Yeah.
either way, thank you.
But he was talking about he's like, "Yeah, I'm in town working on the highway." I go, "Oh, so you're gonna be here forever?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Don't." He's like, "Don't say." He made a joke. He was like, "Don't say that." And I go, "Look at it. When is it gonna get done?"
Yeah. If you want to get anything done there, you're gonna have to. If they could shut the highway down for a month, I would believe that they could get something done. But the fact that they have to weave in and out of there, it's like I feel like more people are gonna die doing that or building that bridge than that died building the Hoover Dam.
Well, it's like
I think 30 people.
Have people actually died building that highway?
The Hoover Dam? No, no, not Texas. Oh no, sorry.
Have people died building the highway? The dam?
The Hoover Dam? Well, there's a street that goes over the top.
You know what? That's a fair point. I'm sorry, man.
And people did die. That's what I was referring to. I was referencing the people that died making the Hoover Dam. I don't know if anybody died.
No, you're good. You're good. It was just the timing of going. When I said highway and you went the Hoover Dam. That's so funny. Dude.
You know it's not a highway, don't you, Andy?
Oh my god! You're like, God, this guy keeps calling the Hoover Dam a highway. What? Get the shit out of your ears, idiot.
Doc Martin?
Yeah. Like, what's this guy's problem? We're talking about the Hoover Dam. He keeps bringing up this Texas highway. I'm like, Hoover Dam.
Longhorn beer.
Longhorn.
Give me a Longhorn beer and open it up and put it on his tab.
you figure out what I mean.
You fill in the gaps. That's what I'm paying you for.
Yeah, that highway is never gonna get done. Never.
No, not with all those people dying there.
There is a weird thing. By the way, your joke about me living 2.5 hours away, there is a weird perception on things out here. It happened to me when I would go to New York. You know, I'd be like, "Oh, I live in Jersey," and the New York comics would be like, "You live in Jersey? That's so far away." Anyway, I'm gonna go take this 9-hour train home to my closet.
I'm gonna take a bus, then a boat, then an Uber.
Then I'm gonna get
then
stabbed.
A scooter, then I'm gonna get stabbed, and then I'm gonna get picked up.
and then I'm gonna go sleep in this Chinese lady's oven.
And then I'm gonna go sleep on a couch. It's only costing me about $6,000 a month. So
Yeah. I only have to, I only get raped for 6 hours every day.
you know the funniest thing that I've heard since moving out here to Austin is how many comics are like, you know what I've heard is a really good comedy place is New York City, and I go, really?
Yeah.
Whoa. It's like,
Yeah.
stupid. It's horrendous to live there, and it's incredibly unaffordable. That's why most of them moved here. It's not because the comedy scene sucked.
Yeah, my favorite. I gotta be honest too. My favorite too is the constant like, I feel like I should just have a new segment called "Kill Yourself" by Andy Malfrey. No, it's just I watched some video of comics debating who had the better scene, and I go, you're all like, everyone's gay all the time. Like it's the comedy business. It's the stand-up comedy business. And it's like, well, it is one thing too where it is one thing to be like, oh, New York's got all the best comics. I go, they better. You've been doing it since the fucking 70s.
Yeah, you've been one of
You're
the
like,
two places for like the whole time it's been around.
Yeah, it's like, oh, and Austin comedy's not as good. I go, yes, the 2-year-old scene isn't as good as like one of the two industry meccas of the world. You're right about that.
Right. Great observation. How astute.
And then also realistic. And my thing too is like I was seeing these comics go like, brother, any comic, you go comic for comic at the stand in the mothership. It's like this, and that, and it's like, dude, obviously I'm not gonna just say like every comic in the mothership's fucking perfect. There's that's the thing. Every comedy club has those comics where you're just like, who does he know? You know what I mean? But it's like, dude, like let's not. And I got no hatred towards the stand. It's more of the comics talking shit where you're almost just like, okay, so we're just going to pretend that half the comics in the stand aren't there because of their social media. Like, just look at the lineups. It's on their website every fucking day. Yeah. Every fucking lineup for all these fucking clubs it's like, okay, yeah, legend. Oh, he's really funny. Oh yeah, that she blew up on TikTok. Oh yeah, he blew up on TikTok. Yeah. It's like that's. But like, I guess what I'm trying to say is it goes hand in hand is who's the better scene conversation is always so much more fucking boring than people want to really admit, where I go like, here's the truth about every scene. There's the top 10 or 20% that are fucking amazing. There's the bottom 10% that fucking suck ass that are really good at networking and they have opportunities that people want, stuff like that. And then there's like the middle 70 or whatever who are just all like pretty good, but they're not going to go down as these like unbelievable, like haymakers of comedy. That's the reality of every fucking comedy scene.
I'm a hate maker of comedy. I hate people that make comedy.
I hate makers of comedy.
I hate it. But it's also like that 70% is like that's you got your alternative comics are in there. They round out the bunch. You got a bunch of people in there, and honestly, it's a nice thing. It's just I wouldn't. It's not a bad thing to strive for, but it's also like one of those things of like you got to find the medium of like between the guy who's the phenom and the person who works their ass off. You got to find the thing where again you play to your strengths. But either way, the perception of people that still even this long into comedy, they're still going like, I'm starting to think this comedy thing is subjective. They're like that when they actually get to that point, or you point that out to them after they make an observation like, well, comedy here, the scene here, like it's just chicken fingers, baby. Comedy is who's selling chicken fingers. If they can sell chicken fingers on a Thursday night with this lineup, that's what their lineup's going to be. Like,
yeah, I remember I was talking to one of my
business.
Well, it's like the reality of comedy is like a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? You get people where you're like, oh, he's like he or she sucks fucking ass, but they know how to network. And then you get the people who are like, no, they're just good and got popular off their talent. It's got like a little bit of everything. So it's like to me, it's not a pure, what's the fucking system where it's just based off effort or merit? What meritocracy? Yeah. It's not like a pure meritocracy, but it's also not purely just literally who you know and things like that and how much you fucking how much ass you suck. It's just a big soup of all of that. But what was the other fucking point I was gonna make? I don't remember the other point I was going to make.
You were saying the business can be anything, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. You can be. It is literally a thing that you can fake it.
Oh, you were the chicken fingers comment. So
yeah.
I had these chicken fingers the other day. No, actually I did have some that blew my fucking mind. Burger Bar on Congress, go get their chicken fingers. They make it like actual fried chicken. Like they do fried chicken love on just some chicken fingers. It's fucking crazy. Oh, but yeah, no, I remember arguing with this one comic, and he kept being like, because it's like I'll have a conversation about like because that's I'm a huge nerd about comedy. Like the fact that we've strayed so far away from the tough crowd Patrice O'Neal type of like being, it like hurts me all the time. You know what I mean? It's like I'll walk around feeling like I don't know if there's a place for me here. It's why I've just been focusing way more on just like I just want to hang out with my friends,
you know what,
and have fun. Real quick, I just want to hang out with my friends and have fun. And it's like it just feels like it strayed so far away from that thing we all sort of were like, this guy's the best, and we're gonna do this shit. But like, and so I can get down with that conversation. But I remember talking to this one comic about how this other guy was like doing clubs, and he's like, yeah, he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't do this and that. And it's like, yeah. And then they just kept yapping and yapping. And I go, hey, man, he can fill a room and you can't. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Yeah.
That's what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That guy can get fucking 300 people into a room and buy beers. You can't. I don't know what to fucking say at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think ultimately it's not that it's not about like the comedy or anything like that, but like you were saying, somebody like Patrice O'Neal, who would be like perpetually shooting himself in this fucking diabetic foot. You know what I mean? Like he would always like do something that like he would get an opportunity for a movie, but then he would be a comic on set at the movie and just be like, why the fuck are we just standing around or some bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And like he was always his true self anywhere. He was being his comic self in those environments. And I think after a while, people either observed that and said like, well, if I want to be successful, I got to play the game. And it's like, no, he was showing you that we can exist in the same world as comics, still be true to yourself and still do work and shit like that. But like, yes, you can, not that it's a sellout type of bullshit, but like essentially you can play the game. You can try to make stand-up comedy or comedy part of the industry, or we can exist on our own. And like that's the thing is like you'll still get acting jobs, you can still do those things, but then you'll realize when you're doing that thing of like, no, I like stand-up comedy. That's what I was in this for. Then you'll try to get, I got to do this, I got to do that, and then you'll get reminded again like, no. I just like doing the sets, and then I can travel, and then I can do this. Like that's the thing. I've always liked traveling. I've always loved telling jokes and making people laugh. Like that comedy just is that profession. Yeah. That's what that's supposed to be. But like you said, it's you realize after pursuing it or trying to do it, the reason you do all those other things is so that you can fill the room easier. But then you realize also I can just go on the set, for a couple months, get a nice easy paycheck, and then go out there and go like, oh my God, acting, blah, 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 do. You know what I mean? And then go back to your trailer and sit down. But you are going to end up being miserable, even though it's easy and it's paying well. You're like, I've made it. But that's not the thing. Making it is being happy, and happy is subjective. So like, I've always been, my goal is this. I think honestly, that 70% you're talking about, I just want to make a living. I just want to pay the bills that I have existing right now, instead of having to have a day job or anything else, to be able to do that with a stand-up comedy thing. I need to sell that amount of chicken fingers. How many chicken fingers can I secure, whether it be online? That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like
well, here's your problem. You've been eating too many of the chicken fingers and not
don't
selling
get high
them.
on your own supply.
Exactly.
That's what I always say.
By the way, I zoned out at one point when you went blah blah blah. you went acting, blah 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 blah, do. I imagine the director going like, "Why did he do that? The line was, I haven't loved you in a while."
And action. Hey,
Yada yada yada, blah blah
acting,
blah.
blah. Is that lunch? It's just me acting every time. I keep saying cut. The director goes, "Stop doing that.
You're the actor.
Stop listening to him. He's not the director." Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I would love to get an acting job just to lose it. Just to lose it by being a silly goofball or doing bits the whole time, and being like, "Hey, I thought we were performing. This is how I perform. I'm the asshole."
I don't get it, man. I could get opportunities and complain about them constantly, just like the big dogs.
Yeah.
That wasn't at anyone specifically, just to be fair, just so everyone knows. I hate, that's the other thing too. You can't talk shit to anyone. Everyone's a fucking fag now, Pat. I gotta be honest. And I don't like to talk like, you know me, I don't like to talk like that. Everyone's I was thinking about it. I don't know, man. You just see the, like, because that is the other part of it. And we're not talking about anyone in this stream. Everyone in this stream I love. I will suck you off. I love you so much. But Slav, I'll do it in blackface. Just so you're mad about it.
Just so you can come.
Yeah. But no, there is also too a thing that irks me with a lot of fucking people. Like, I've joked about it too with a lot of the podcast shit, where it's just like, it's like, hey, like, you become victim of all the people turning you hanging out with your friends into Real Housewives. Yeah. And you're just like, that's the other half of it too, where it's like, you know, and it really just comes down to like, you just got to stop paying attention to it. You just got to do your thing and not care. It's a real big thing I'm learning, is like, oh, that's how you go about it. You just gotta stop giving a fuck about the dumb shit. Cause you're like, cause that's also like the superpower. That's the superpower, where it's like, you know, it's all the static and they're like, me, and you're like, cool, dude. And you're like, yeah. What? I'm going to go hang out with my friends and have fun because I don't want a real job.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's the thing about like the negative, cause I've been getting positive feedback from my new position, producing that other podcast and everything like that. But I've also seen like a couple different things where mainly it's at the, like, I'm not getting a lot of the heat or the shit or anything like that. Oh, you'll actually really appreciate this. There is a comic on a recent episode that was aggressively breathing into the microphone because that's how
I'll appreciate that.
The fact that like people are like, what is going on, and the comments and everything like that, you'll appreciate who it is I'll tell you.
Oh, I was gonna say, you breathing the mics too, you fucking fat.
But that's what I'm saying. It was a fat person. Yeah. But there's a thing where like you gotta also, if I'm going to accept the positive feedback where they're like, oh my god, the producer's great, oh my god, this new guy's awesome, oh yeah. I also have to take the other. I told you about the other note. The comment they left was, I hate the laughing in the background, the people laughing in the background. And I went, hey, how do they know I weigh as much as people?
How do they know I'm the same as multiple people?
I'm only one person, but I sound like as much as I weigh? Oh no, I sound like more. So
you're telling me I laugh the amount I weigh?
But also reading some of the comments, you go like, either you go, man, like Google 1-star reviews. Read a couple Google 1-star reviews and you go, this was about your day. This is about your experience. Well, that's this is your life experience. And then like you read into other things where you're like, man, you just got time, bro. This is nuts.
Well, that's what I realized, dude. That's what I realized about the comments. Like, cause I go like, cause they were bothering me. Like you do the thing. No, comics.
Sorry, I didn't spend this much time writing my vows. Like, this is crazy that you wrote this. You took this much thought to write a fucking Google review.
Oh my God, that's such a funny way to put it. Yes, I personally, and my vows were super heartfelt. I go, yeah. You hating me took more effort than it did for me to tell my wife I love her more than anyone in the world.
To express to all of our family and friends in public how much I love her. Like, I put that much thought and effort into that. And I'm sitting here going to this and be like, man, I should have had you write them.
Well, no.
You're good,
You're
and you
so-
know me.
You're so eloquent. You know me better than I do, man.
God damn.
We're like, I am a huge fat faggot. You know me so well.
Holy smokes, you got it. I mean, really, honestly, I might do a recommitment ceremony, bro.
Well, no, I realized like, because I was like, well, I'm not gonna like, no one's gonna not be mad at me anytime soon.
Yeah.
No one's gonna stop being annoyed by me anytime
Nobody's just
soon.
if I just go, hey, I don't like this. No, they're not. It's not just gonna stop.
And I'm not. And also, I can't.
Stop.
I gotta be honest. I can't not be like this. It's pretty tough to not. It's pretty tough to not be like this.
Yeah.
And then you start realizing where it's like, oh, I'm realizing because it's like I try to focus on like what can I do? What can I do?
Oh,
and
shit.
then you go like what?
I'm sorry. To also help lighten this mood, I forgot we had an update in Cat Cam.
Let's go, Cat Cam.
Carmela Soprano is on display. Sorry. Yes, you're not gonna not be you, because that's the thing with us trying to learn to be good stand-up comics. You try to be as genuine a person as you can be in real life, as well as on stage. You try to express yourself in a.
But then you start realizing like you come off like I was realizing I get too caught up in. It's like as much as I make fun of comics or fans for watching it, and we are their Real Housewives. You can get too caught up in the, well, who is my character in the, because I've spent my whole life being obsessed over stand-up comedy and podcasting, and being a podcaster and a stand-up comedian. It's like you're obsessed with, you think about how you viewed comics, so you're aware of how people might view you. And and it's like you realize you get way too caught up in the like who the character of you in this world is. And it's like you end up actually coming off disingenuous. And I think, and that's what I've realized about the trolls. The trolls go after it's when they smell blood in the water. Because if you notice, there's a lot of people that suck ass, but there's particular people who suck ass that the trolls go after.
Yeah.
And it's when, well, and it's kind of, there is an irony in it, because there is this sort of like disingenuous, like, walking contradiction in the troll behavior. But put that aside, it's when they smell a phony, and then it's when they smell disingenuous behavior. And when you're too caught up, and when you're too like lost in the sauce, and you're approaching these things as like, well, who am I in this world, and blah blah blah, and you're like overthinking that shit, you're becoming disingenuous without even realizing it. So it's like, and then they're just doing their thing. They're like, I don't know why I do this. I just know I'm supposed to call you a pussy.
Yeah.
And it's like, it really all just comes back to like, oh yeah, you just got to let them do their thing and live your life. And then the more
the bathroom real quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Happening right
now. You just gotta, it's, you just gotta realize, like, do your whole damn thing, live your life. And who gives a fuck? Like, stop, just stop playing into the fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Stop playing into that shit and worry about stuff. And I realized that recently, because like I don't know. Well, I don't think I was like ever directly feeding into like the trolls and shit like that, but I started to realize I was like inadvertently without realizing it. You know what I mean? I was inadvertently feeding into that shit without realizing it. So it's not to say like, oh, I deserve the shitting on, but it's like I wasn't helping it go away. You know what I mean? Because that was the thing. Well, yeah, you make a great point. Let them be freezes because they're not happy with their lives. But like I was always way too focused on like, yeah, but there's got to be a way to like stop that shit. And then you realize, because it's like I would always get annoyed by the fact of like, oh, what, we just let them be. And then it's like, but then you just let them be. I go, that's not good. They suck ass. They should be eliminated. Da da da. And I mean that metaphorically for any of the YouTube censors. I mean that metaphorically. They're like, but then you realize, because I think a lot of people who they view them as like I think they view them as like the symbiote from fucking Spider-Man, when in actuality they're just kind of like, you know, they're just kind of like a bunch of gnats or bugs. It's really more like bugs. And you're like, yeah, we just gotta hit up this citronella candle, and if it get too bad, we'll just go back inside. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the thing I realized. And it's like it is like some weird Zen Buddha shit almost, where if you can, it's not about getting rid of them, it's just about coming to terms and being at peace and just being like, hey man, do your thing. And like you were saying too, it is really, well, that was one of the things I noticed too. Yeah, that is true too. Having haters mean you're getting somewhere in life. There is something to that as well. But that's what I was realizing too, because like my problem is I get very obsessive over things and I try to figure it out. And I've actually been learning the older I get is like not like you don't have to figure it all out. You just have to figure like you out. And I would think it was like, not to sound fucking, I mean, if I can get a little real, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but it's like, I guess I was spending a lot of time running away from figuring myself out. And I was just trying to like figure other things. It goes back to like some Jordan Peterson ass shit, pre-benzo shit, where it's like, I wasn't cleaning my room. You know what I mean? I wasn't worrying. It's like, once you start worrying about that, then you kind of look out and all the other shit doesn't hit the same. That's kind of what I like realized recently. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not worrying about myself as much. I'm worrying about other shit, trying to change. It's like that thing where it's like you're trying to change the world so you don't have to, when in actuality, if you figure it out for yourself and you change yourself, then a lot of other stuff starts falling into place and feeling a lot better. And I've been, and it's like, because like I was seeing some stuff and I was just kind of like, but then it is like going back to this comment where it's like they're not happy with their life. You see some other shit, and then it like really hits to you where it's just like I like talking about the comments. I remember I started talking to someone. I go, wait, I was like, have you ever commented on a YouTube video? Like, Pat, have you ever commented on a YouTube video?
I've replied to comments.
No. I'm not saying like a video you posted. Like you're watching a video and have you commented on someone else's video?
I'm sure I have, but it's been a long time. I stopped commenting on things I don't like, and usually I don't comment on things I do like either.
But you're like proving my point. You're like not even sure. You're not even sure. And then I start going like, well, who are these people? And then once you start to dig deeper into that, you shift from anger to sympathy. Like there's certain people I see shit on me on the internet that there's like a legit part of me that I go, hey man, if you need to talk, please hit me up. Like I kind of mean that.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know. It's that empathetic part of me. It's like, bro, I feel bad for you. Why is this your thing? You know what I mean? And then once you start realizing that, it just becomes, it's way easier to make all that shit noise and stuff like that.
Yeah. I realized I really hated that. And even though I would engage with people online, like, and get into arguments and shit like that, I found out like I don't actually like doing that. I don't appreciate, because that's the other thing is I don't like when people come onto my page and start doing that shit. I still will engage with those people every once in a while.
Yeah.
Just because when they're doing it at me kind of thing. But I've erased my Facebook. I've deleted my Twitter account. I deleted that? Yeah, I think both of those.
No, I was just asking because I have the links to your Twitter on all the podcast stuff.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I deleted that. I deleted Facebook. I was really contemplating Instagram as well, but really now it's just kind of like I'm still doing the dopamine bullshit where I'm just mindlessly checking like Reddit and Instagram are still two big things, because I know, again, the thing, if I get it. I have to sell a number of chicken wings. I have to sell a number of chicken tenders. So I have to keep some kind of social media or some way to promote myself or really, to me, it's like Discord, Reddit, and Instagram are the things that I keep around, because I can still interact with people that either want to see shit that I do or that I like to do shit with. You know what I mean? Like shit that I like watch. And then like I'll either, if I do comment, it's like good emojis like for engagement to let them know, hey, I like this shit. Or if I don't like it, I just move on. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be the change I want to see in the world, kind of thing. So
There is something to that, man.
And anytime I do see any kind of directed or like focused like hate on either somebody I don't know, I do know, anything, whether it be any comment thread, it's just like one of those things of like, man, like it is a pity thing, but it's also like a non-understanding of like, I do kind of want to figure out like who the fuck does this shit, but then I also go like, but I don't really care. So it's like kind of like I get it.
I do get very curious about that, but there is also a part of me that just goes like, yeah, but I would rather spend my time on things I like to do, like, you know, hanging out with my friends, watching movies, listening to music, stuff like that. So just learning how to just kind of throw that off to the side, it's very helpful. Are you reading Moldy Toad's comment?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand. Oh, there was just like a shitty comment?
That's what happened with me and Rainey on Reddit. He was on the original MSSP Reddit bitching about something. I can't remember what. I didn't know who he was. Just thought what he was bitching about was gay. So I commented that. He DM'd me the next day and explained why he was upset, which he absolutely didn't have to do. We chatted for a bit and been a fan ever since. Well, that's kind of cool that you're fans. I personally wouldn't actually message people. But because like I go like, because that's the other part of it too, where it's like I do feel bad, but also you are playing like and I'm not coming at you, Moldy Toad. I'm saying like in general, it's like you're playing a loser's game, and it's like I'm not gonna come to you if you want to fucking stop being a dickhead and be a normal human being, then we can talk. But yeah. I mean, shouts out to Rainey, but I would have never messaged you. I would have let you just drift into the void and die slowly and painfully.
Well, I was going to say we were joking about this, Colt and I. So since I joined the podcast, there was like a shift, essentially. The producer had left a couple months ago, so I was filling in every once in a while, but I've been made the main producer for that podcast, but also the dynamic has switched. One of the co-hosts is left. Like, so it's just Colton now, and he has like people on. He books. He mainly does all the booking, all this other shit. So like, so obviously the fan base is going to be different. Like it's going down, obviously, but not like they're not like rushing out. But then there's still a fair amount of, not a ton, and it's just like, it's just random every once in a while. They'll be like, a supportive comment, cool, like this thing. Oh my God, that story was so funny, blah, blah, blah. And then like somebody going like, not only saying how much they don't like the show, but how they can't, they're only sticking around to see the downfall of the podcast, that they think he's annoying. They hate the show, all this stuff. And it's like, bro, like, and this is on like YouTube. It's not even like Patreon or anything. I get it. If you're paying for something and you're pissed off about something. Yeah, cancel your membership. Well, I totally get it. It changed. People change. Shows change. But this is a thing where like, okay, the amount of effort this person put into. That's what we were joking about. Of like one person bitching about comedy in the background of a comedy podcast, bitching about the host and all this other stuff. Like you hit enough points in your review where I'm like, brother, after this assessment, I think you don't like this show.
Yeah, and you're like what's wrong?
Why do you hate us? Why are you staying here to hate us?
Well, also I gotta be honest, that's the part that's like, and this is why it was like so hard for me to like finally get to this point, because I am genuinely fascinated with these people. Because you're acting 10 times more embarrassing than like the bitchiest high school girl.
Yeah.
And then they do all this, and it'll be like it's the people who go like, there's people who put like that they got blocked by famous people in their bios.
Yeah.
And you're just bragging that you're annoying. You know what I mean? It's like that's the part that fascinates me, because there's such a like what's the fucking term I'm looking for? There's such a skewed perception of success. Yeah. Like I always joked where it's like, oh look, he got rage baited, and you're like, oh yeah, you were being unreasonable and really shitty.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, what's happening? Like what? But I'm trying to remember one where it was like, it was this dude like leaving a fucking paragraph, and then it's like, oh yeah, you listen to this podcast you hate, and every week you obsess about me, and you write these diatribes. Got me. Like what?
This perspective makes me feel so much better. I don't know. I'm sorry. How do you pronounce that? The top comment there.
With the K?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do we?
What do
call
you
it?
think?
What's your name, fella?
What do you? No, Pat. This is a safe space. What do you think?
I don't want to say it, and I don't want to give it to Val. I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say it wrong, and like.
I think it's K and I just can't read that last part. Anyway, dude's MSSP Patreon comment section is actually mind blowing. Paying money to bitch about a show you don't even like because it wasn't to your standard. Yeah, it's like, and again, I think smarter comics would just not talk about this stuff, but I mean it. It genuinely comes from a place of fascination because I'm like, I don't know who these people are.
Well, I don't know if my point is basically who is the person commenting. I don't know if you are also a content creator of any form or not. But like if not, like if you are just somebody who like likes to intake comedy, you're like a fan of podcasts and stuff. That's so good to hear that perspective from somebody else because I'm like, yeah, it's pretty. This is what we're talking about. It's like it's crazy. To be shut up. Did you mute him in the other one?
What?
Oh, he wanted to go see what the name was. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I banned you on that profile. I go, oh wait, YouTube. Fuck.
Okay, sorry. It's clever. It's fun. But I just want to make sure that
I like this one. Like the word, but with KL in front of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, can we say that? Can we say it? Are we Slav? Are we allowed? No, I just think that like
asking Slav for permission.
If you are like if you're subscribing just so you can comment, because that's the thing is I know that like maybe for some people that is at least on that level the Matt and Shane's thing I'm sure is like that because they're fucking millionaires. Like if you can pay an amount of money to kind of possibly know that a millionaire will see your message, you're going to try to make it as drastic as you can to get it to the top or whatever.
Yeah.
Or to be negative and be like, I don't even care about you. I'm not even really a fan, whatever.
Well, that was a big
money.
thing.
You're a fan, stupid.
But that was a big well, no, that was the thing too. I remember I was like, I would see some comments and I'd be like, why are they being mean to me? You have that initial one. And then you start realizing like, it's really funny when someone hates you and they clearly know a lot about you. You're like, and then you start seeing them hate you more and more and more. And you're like, you're a fan. Okay. And then you start realizing you're like, okay, if they're actually a fan, why are they doing this? And you're like, there's a good chance that they don't. And I really want to make it clear. I'm literally not saying this to be shitty. I'm just saying this because this is what I think to be true. It's like you start to realize you go like, oh, they probably don't have like a lot of status in their life. Not saying I do, but I'm just saying like they don't have a lot of status. They're probably not liked by a lot of people. They probably don't get a lot of attention. So like you take people like us who put ourselves in incredibly vulnerable situations. Like we're really available.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's easy to get in contact with me. We're very available people. Yeah. And then at the same time, like that's the problem with me. We've joked about it before. I sit there and I go, oh, is that a little bit of bait? No one's going to take this bait. I'll take the bait and I'll just be like, ah, you know what I mean? Like and people also see that with me where they're like, I feel like cause I've noticed that over the years. It's like, I am a lightning rod for people who love me dearly, who love to annoy me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, once you see it that way, you're like, it goes back to my thing before. I was like, hey man, if you need a buddy, just hit me up. Like I'm a cool guy. Hit me up.
Yeah. I think that's the thing of like most of the time from what I've heard is like, if you do kind of reach, you go like, hey, what the fuck's going on? It's usually like, oh, hey, I just wanted to get your attention. Hey, sorry, big fan, love your shit, blah blah blah. Or you're commenting on every fucking video, and it's like, okay, well, like, all right, thanks for the view, thanks for engagement. Like, it's engagement.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Like, I don't know. So it just feels like one of those things that just feels disingenuous, and or it doesn't.
It's just
It's not.
odd.
It's not that it doesn't bother me, because it does bother me, but it bothers me in that way of like, man, what's going on? Like, why are you here?
Yeah, true.
Like, I don't necessarily want you here, but it's also like one of those things of like, I don't understand why you feel more justified in being here than the one of the hosts of the show. Like,
I gotta
the thing
be
of, like,
honest.
you feel like your view should be shared just as much as mine. Like, I agree, but it's also like you're commenting on YouTube, because usually if you do click on someone's views or something like that, or on their profile, most of the time these shitty comments, and usually also leads me to think it can be bots, is they don't have videos. They have put out no content, and you're like, okay, so like, you're just an intaker. That's fine. Make intake and enjoy, but like,
Sounds like a fun name for gay guys.
yeah, you're an intaker, or
You're an intaker.
are you an outputter?
I do a lot of. That's the new term for top and bottom. I'm a bit of an intaker. I do a lot of.
Import export kind of guy.
I do a lot of mreceiving, not enough shipping, if you know what I mean.
But yeah,
nah, honestly, like the only thing about it that will irk me is like, and it goes back to a comment I saw earlier. Because when I was thinking about this, I remember this was a big. Where the fuck was it? I don't know. It was just something when I was talking more about just being sort of like in the headspace of like the comedy game and who I am in this and stuff. That's when you think a lot about the money aspect of it. And like that would be the part of me where I'm like, if I'm getting bombarded with shit like this, does that fuck with my money? And I'm just like, well, you need money to have your money fucked with, so maybe we worry about that later.
Right.
And again, it just felt, so that was the thing. I think that was the core of it. Like that sort of concept was fucking with me the most.
Yeah.
Because like I said, outside of that, it really like, and I don't mean this in a condescending way, it really was just like, yo, who are these people? I feel bad. Like, yo, hit me up on Instagram. We'll be boys. I'll FaceTime. Well, no, I won't FaceTime you, but we'll be boys. I've given way too many people my PlayStation tag. I'll probably give it to you too.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
no,
it's
yeah. Sorry. What? I don't know. What were you gonna say? I fucking forgot my thought.
No, I was just reiterating what you were saying. Essentially, like it's not necessarily pity or anything, and it's not that it doesn't care. I don't care about it, but it's more of I just don't understand. I just don't understand that person of like, either whether you're paying for content that you hate and you want to just comment about how much you hate it, or whatever. But it's also like, if you're paying to do it, that to me is very stupid. But I do respect the fact that you want to be a hater that much, I guess. But like, not everybody wants to be. Ever since everybody loving 50 Cent, doing all the hater shit, like to a perfect amount, and spending incredible amounts of his own money just to publicly hate on people. It's like, everybody loves that mentality, and everybody wants to have that kind of thing of like, nah, this most popular bullshit is bullshit, and like whatever, and you're just professional or shitty haters. Like, that's not a job.
I think it's people wanting to be seen. I think it's a lot of that.
But that's what I'm saying is like, I don't necessarily. I just, at this point, I go like, I do wonder about, sometimes I go like, okay, you just don't like me, that's fine, or you don't like the shit, or you hate this episode for this thing. There's not it's not always, it's not always everything. You can't take everything to heart, but it's also like, hey, maybe he's right. Maybe that's a good note. And then and that's why you're like, what are you doing? You're just here all like, it's crazy to see this, like, this detailed of a message, and you're like, but you don't like it. It's like, is it because you're not mad, you're just disappointed?
Yeah.
Or is it
No, I
so,
dude.
so I just like either way, I kind of move on. Like either way, if it's positive, I go, cool, that's a positive thing, thanks.
No,
Or if I go, that's a negative thing, all right.
dude, I really think I think it goes back to just like fucking being seen or be like just like someone acknowledging their existence, like because it could be like a self-esteem thing, and then it's like, oh, I watch this show, and I'm just trying to like understand it. I'm not saying this is like who I am, but it's like if you see me, like, okay, Nate and Lemaire from Matt and Shane, and I'm on the podcast, so like, these are your built-in, I don't know, hierarchy of values and stuff like that. So you see me as like the guy who will actually respond or notice or something, and it's like this is how you feel seen or something. I don't know. I feel like it's something like that. I don't know if any of that made sense, but
yeah,
it feels like this like need
part of the
to
group. You're part of the cool. Like no, I'm on their side. I'm not on this guy's side. And you're like, you built the teams,
yeah.
in your head, and then and you're like, and you're saying automatically, I'm on that side, and it's like, well, you don't.
Yeah.
Like if you're saying there's team captains, they have to pick you. You can't it can't
Well,
just be this thing where you're like, no, I'm a fan of this podcast, so like,
Yeah.
obviously
Well,
I have a right to say what should go on in any other podcast.
yeah. Well, no, yeah. And it's just funny too. Like you start realizing too, it's people just being crazy, and you just kind of got to let them, because you're reading the. I was joking about it yesterday. People talking about the chill sesh. I was like, I went to the Mothership Christmas party, and it was so cool to finally get the dogs finally brought me to the chill sesh, dude. You know how much I like worry about that.
I know.
Like
What was that like, man?
dude, it was
What was
like
that like
people
for the first time ever?
people are just well, I just like, dude, I don't know, man. It's just cool. Like after 15 years of friendship with Lemaire Lee, like he finally invited me to the chill sesh. And you're like, yeah, dude, like you guys have fun with your whole thing. Like I've been friends with these fucking retards for 15 years.
Yeah, like I said, you can build teams. That's when you realize, like, when growing up, when bands were friends with other bands, or like you find out this comic was friends with this comic, you're like, yeah, that's how it happened. People are people. Sorry to cut it short, but I actually have to start getting ready. I have to go to the creek for a podcast.
Oh yeah, no. I love that that's how the shows usually end, because I could just fucking ramble forever, and you're like, I have to do something with my day, and I go, well, I guess I'll eat lunch, Pat. No, this was awesome. This was a really fun one. We'll be back tomorrow. We love you all. Tomorrow
we can get a consistent.
There's Carmela
with the other ones.
Pat, can you help me and make these guys a promise?
Yeah, what's up?
Tomorrow's gonna be one of the best chill sessions ever.
I think it's gonna be one of the greatest chill sessions of. What the hell? Is she biting?
That's what it is. But that's like what it's all about, dude. It's just like having a sick chill sesh and like making sure people can catch the vibe.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
You know what I mean?
About.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah. Anyway, I'm 35. I make sure there's no cringe at the chill sesh.
No cringe, all vibes.
These are my hierarchies of values. All right, I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. We will be back tomorrow. I love you. Bye.